But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
We're cakes for nothing!
Well, the last time I saw a mouth like that, it had a hook in it.
Okay, terrific.
Is that so? Who made you pulp in this dump, huh?
How'd you like to mow my lawn, huh? I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Don't just stare at it, eat it.
Oh, dear! Oh, dear!
Makes me laugh every time, Anthony.
You will be molested.
Oh, exactly!
Really fast, let's go to the phone and say hi to Jason, the trucker. Jason, what's going on today, buddy?
Hey, how you guys doing? You guys are great. Hey, Sticky Bun.
He doesn't even have his headphones on yet.
He just stepped in.
Trying to get audio in there.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I love Norton.
Thanks.
Anyway, I'm coming up to complain. This opening song sucks. I was hoping maybe you could change it to America. Fuck yeah, every morning, man. That'd be kick-ass.
What opening song don't you like?
That fucking gay orchestra faggot shit.
Oh, my God. Gay orchestra faggot
It's
shit.
only a song from one of the greatest movies of all time and one of the greatest scenes of all time,
Right.
in my opinion. It's Ecstasy of Gold from The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
The graveyard scene.
The graveyard scene with, Clint Eastwood there.
Well, it stinks and I don't like it.
Still going to call it faggot, my friend? A Clint Eastwood spaghetti western?
Are you trying
faggot?
to, are you
I'd say
calling
no.
Clint Eastwood a faggot?
Yeah, you hang up.
I don't know. I kind of like the Ecstasy of Gold to kind of break up the replays.
It's great.
The show ends, and then right into that, and then you're getting prepared for another show.
It gets people, lets them know what's coming. The show is starting. Lets people go do things. Come back. They know the show is on the way.
That's right.
Lets people, so you don't tune in right at whatever hour we're starting on the replay and miss the beginning of the show. You can go, oh, all right, I know it's coming.
It gives you a chance to breathe, is what it
Right.
does, Because a lot of people don't get to hear the show from 6 to 10 every morning, so they might start listening at 8:30, and then they have to, start listen to the replay.
Right.
So for them, they're like, okay, a breather, and now the show begins. This is a part of the show I missed.
Show starts.
But I do like America, fuck yeah. That could be cool to start every morning for a while.
Song is
It's
great.
not a bad idea.
Song's great, but,
Ecstasy of Gold, America Fuck Yeah, Long Sweeper from Martini Steve. Now we're talking, we don't start talking at 6:15. We're all
You
about
like
talking
that?
less. Yes.
Talking less is more gooder.
So if you guys want to suggest more things we could do to talk less, hey, I'm all for it.
If we played America, they would freak out after 4 days.
You think?
You get people going, knock it off.
Enough.
Stop playing that
Enough.
song. I've
Enough.
had it.
Well, we could play like Leonard Skinner, Freebird Live.
Oh, wow, now you're talking.
That'll get us to 6:30.
And that's always a good lead-in for the live version of Greengrass and High Tides.
Tide, right.
So now you're talking. Our goal has always been what, Opie?
To talk less.
Actually, I remember us saying
And to work
once,
less.
our goal, the ultimate goal, would be to come in, not crack the mics once, and leave having done a whole show where we never talk. It would be wonderful.
It would be a great, great thing. So, well, good morning to everybody. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday, even though in New York we could care less because, well, it's snowing again.
A little bit of snow. The weather people were all excited. Another snow alert in our area. How much will we get? Tune in later in the program.
Minnesota just laughs at us. Buffalo, New York laughs at us. Syracuse, New York laughs at us.
Places that get these huge bases of snow, 90 inches.
Yeah, we're getting 2 inches today, gang, so you can laugh
Ooh.
at us openly, and the news is just losing their effing minds.
Ooh.
They're just losing their minds.
I did run out of...
Because us New Yorkers, we can't drive in the snow.
They freak out.
Dude, I lived in Buffalo for 3 winters, man. I mean, they don't close anything ever.
No.
I
Why
mean, we're
should they?
talking blizzard after blizzard after blizzard, lake effect snow after lake effect snow after lake effect snow. Because basically what happens, Anthony, before the lake freezes,
Yeah.
it snows every day in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because the wind kind of sweeps off the lake and drops some snow on the city. Every single day
Right.
you have to brush off your car. Every single day until the lake freezes. And it's a
Not too
complete
depressing.
nightmare. And you know what? They just get the plows out, and people go to school, they go to the malls, they go to their jobs. They can handle it.
Not here. They close. Look, I'm looking at school closings. School closing. There is nothing out there. Nothing. And they're closing schools.
Yeah.
But we can't take it. We freak out.
Even better, though, I mean, we're pretty wimpy here in New York, but I love seeing the footage of, let's say Dallas. Every once in a while, Dallas gets a little dusting.
Right.
And they just lose their mind.
Oh, they don't know what to do. They start shooting each other with their guns that they just readily have available.
Right.
They don't know what to do.
You've never been to Dallas, right?
No.
I when I was following Norton on tour a little bit and other comedians when I was just plain bored with my life, Anthony.
Yeah.
We went to Dallas a couple times, and yeah, man, they could carry it. It's the craziest thing. You go to these. We went to the station's event that used to have us on there, and there's people just like our whacked out listeners here in New York, but they're listeners with cowboy hats and pretty much carrying.
Yeah,
guns
you're able to carry
everywhere.
guns.
And you talk to these girls and stuff, and they all have a weapon that their daddy
they
gave
do.
them, and they're all in there, like, most of them are in their glove compartments just waiting to be used.
Wonder how many people get carjacked
It's
down
just
there.
amazing.
I wonder how many carjackings are really going on when people know that there's a gun in the vehicle, and the guy that they would be jacking is probably armed. I bet they don't have that many carjackings down there.
No, so, well, Anthony, it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
You want to explain Whip 'em Out Wednesday? Because, frankly, I don't feel like explaining it every goddamn week.
Well, it's, as we have called it, the greatest radio promotion ever.
Can you sound a little more excited? It is the greatest.
You looked at the clock, my friend? Sound excited?
The listeners
Everyone knows
don't
I'm
give
excited.
a crap what time it is. They just want to be entertained.
Hey, everybody, it's the most exciting radio promotion ever in history. You know, me and Opie invented this back in the 60s when we first started radio on a big 50,000-watt AM station in Oklahoma City. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
All you got to do is you take a wow and put it on your vehicle. Simple enough, right?
Right.
Well, what's that going to get you, people say? Why should I put a wow on my vehicle?
I really don't know. I can't wait for the answer.
Well, a girl will be driving by and see the wow on your vehicle. She'll go, oh, I know what that means. I listen to Opie and Anthony. I will pull next to this gentleman and pull down or up my blouse and expose my breast to this gentleman.
One breast or breast?
Could be both. Could be the whole car full of chicks. It's going to go, let's wow this guy. And they see the wow. It is a signal. The boob signal has been sent out in your wow. And girls pull up and flash you. It's a little thing. You know how those contest radio stations that they give out the bumper stickers and then they say, if our van spots you, we'll pull you over and give you tickets to a show. What are the odds of winning that one? Slim to none. You know why? Because there's one van looking for millions of bumper stickers that are out there. Well, we've solved the problem.
And they usually only have one or two prizes.
Right.
With this Whip 'em Out Wednesday, there's lots and lots of prizes.
Course,
and lots of different
solved
prizes.
the problem.
And quite frankly, some of the prizes are really nice, and sometimes the prizes are really god-awful.
No
but you know
pun,
what?
but a booby prize sometimes.
You're kind of happy, though, because it was for free.
It's for free. Right. All it cost you was the energy to slap a wow on your vehicle, whether it's one of our stickers, whether you're scraping it in the dirt in the back of your truck, you make your own homemade sign, whatever. You put it out there, and you're not waiting for one van to pull you over. There's millions of girls that are waiting to give you your prize.
And, you know, you have to have some patience with this.
It's like fishing, we call it.
Yeah, we get a lot of emails from people, hey, man, this wow thing's not working. Trust me, it definitely works. It works great. But, you know, we're still building our audience as well. So just get the wow in your car and have some patience, my friend, okay?
That's it.
All right?
Whip them out Wednesday.
How do they get their wow stickers, Anthony?
They could send a self-addressed stamped envelope to this address, Opie.
No, what is the address?
I have no clue. 111.
Oh, good. 57.
I was figuring that one out. 111 57th, right? Suite. What? 500.
Is it Suite 500? New York.
New York. I don't know the zip code. I barely remember my own
0019. And I think that address is up on opieandanthony.com, okay? All right.
I don't know the address.
Huh?
I never know the address
No.
of where we work.
You just know just out of
I just know how to get there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you could walk the envelope. I know how to do that. Park at the garage. Jamaican Mike will take your car, and then you just kind of cut up 7th.
You know,
Drop it off by hand.
It is pretty funny what we just don't know, and
I know,
and things we just can't be bothered with.
Technology has screwed me completely now. As far as knowing people's phone numbers, if I don't have my cell phone with me, I don't know Opie's number. I've been calling you forever.
Yeah.
I have no clue what his number is because I just go, phone book, Opie, cell, beep, I hit the button.
But honestly, you're not alone with that. I think pretty much everyone is in the same boat.
Yeah.
It used to be you had to memorize all these numbers.
You had to know the phone number. And then the navigation system on the vehicle is the same thing. I pop in an address where you used to have to get a map or go to MapQuest or Yahoo Maps, and you would get a physical map, and you look at your little route, and you would see where you had to go. So if something happened in between point A and point B, you could pull your map out and go like, all right, I know where I am. Well, now with the navigation system, if anything ever happened to the nav system, you would just be where you are with no clue where you are. Because it takes you from point A to point B. I don't look. I don't pay attention to signs anymore. I hear, make the next right turn. And I make it because the machine told me to.
We're turning into zombies.
Zombies. You know, it was really cool. I was watching some of those, the films that I brought in the other day about the sex education from the 50s. I was watching something on The Future. The Future. It was some World's Fair thing from like 1960.
Oh, man, I would love the audio of that.
It was pretty cool.
What channel was that on?
It was online. I pulled it out of an archive thing. I'll send you the clip. It's really cool. They had a whole thing presented by Bell Telephone. And they were showing what the future holds for telephones. And it's just dial telephones, They didn't have push buttons.
Yeah, sure.
But they were showing the push button phones and how it would save time in dialing. It was brand new technology, not even out yet. But then they also were showing call waiting, call forwarding, and a pager that was hysterical. All you have to do is hold this. Dude, it was a brick. It was the size of a brick that you used to build a building with, a brick. And this guy puts it in his shirt pocket, and it weighs down his whole shirt. And then they show somebody dialing the phone, and it just goes beep, beep.
Dude, I know the competition is way behind. You don't have to.
Yeah,
you don't have to bring it up though.
Well, true. Yeah, that's exactly. What
you're talking about cell phones?
Cell phones.
Oh,
no,
I thought you were talking about the portable unit,
like the new portable unit,
the little doggy company that
You got to dial the phone, and you hear beeps, and.
Oh, okay.
But it was pretty cool what they had been working on. Call waiting with like a dial phone and call conferencing. This is 1960. And they come back to, they showed it all, and then they come back to the woman that was doing the tour and all the people that are at the World's Fair in front of her. And she's like, things like this will be available in the future. And I watched another one that was from 1940 talking about the future 1960. So they were projecting 20 years in the future and what would happen. And they're talking about interstate highways with on-ramps and off-ramps that would allow you to reach speeds of 50 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Really?
Really.
It's insane. Pretty cool stuff, though. You gotta get off of the sex ed tapes every once in a while and go check out other stuff.
Did they talk about the flying cars, Anthony?
Never any inkling of flying cars. I think they were trying to be realistic because it was only 20 years in the future. But I'm sure if in 1940 they did a show or a film about the year 2000, 2005, 2010, I am certain it would involve flying cars and Mylar suits because the way they were looking at 1960 was like, woof. We're taking rocket ships, this is the future. And then you look forward, we have plenty of really cool things here in 2005. I mean, computers alone really changed the landscape of the way we live. But we still drive internal combustion cars. Sure, they look cooler. The gadgets are really cool inside them. But the bottom line, it's 4 rubber tires on asphalt with spark plugs, gasoline, and pistons banging up and down. Nothing changed as far as that goes. Even aircraft changed, We went from internal combustion propeller planes to jet engines, And then it pretty much stopped there. It's basically the wings, the tail, things like that. But, the way they were looking toward the future by the year 2000, even us as kids, you'd think of the year 2000, it wasn't about driving cars anymore. What happened?
Yeah, you look at your family photographs and you look at the cars you had growing up, and then you look at the ones you have today, it's like...
Oh, yeah.
Not much has really changed there.
They don't rust anymore like they used to, and
things like that.
The gadgets are cool. You could get in and press your heated seat and things like that they never dreamt of. Safety, a lot better as far as safety goes. But you're still every so often on the side of the road with your hood up and steam billowing out of the thing. Who saw that in the year 2005?
All right, let's say hi to AJ in Cleveland. AJ, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Opie and Anthony. Hey, what's up, man? I was just calling in to defend that opening song. It's one of my favorite songs. I was wondering where I could get that on the soundtrack. I like when you guys remix it, too, for the best of shows. That's an alternate version you got there, right?
Yeah, that was pretty cool, too. I love the song. It's available on the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'm sure you'll find a soundtrack of that.
I have a cassette soundtrack. It's not easy to find, but you can
get
it.
That's my favorite song. I
Really?
defend it. I think it's an awesome song, man.
All right, great. Thanks, AJ.
All right, take it easy.
Jim from Brooklyn has an idea for an opening song. Yes, Jim.
Your phone's cropping out again, but you guys had on, Alice's Restaurant, you did 7:45.
Oh, if we add in Alice's Restaurant, it would be an hour.
That's not a
We're
bad
barely
idea.
hear you guys. Can barely hear you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's
Guys,
you,
I'm
though.
fucking out.
All right.
I think it's you.
Hey, Bubba from Oklahoma. What's up, Bubba?
What's going on, man?
How are you, bro?
I got a question, man. Show's going downhill fast compared to what it was when you guys first came on.
Oh, that's good. That means we're picking up speed. We're downhill fast, right?
Well, I mean, what happened to, Lesbian Fridays and Sexiest State? What's in your pants? And
We play
even
What's in Your
Norton's
Pants.
Came down.
Well, you like all the really good comedy bits. No, the reason we haven't done a lot of that stuff, it's hard to get chicks in here to do stuff, dude. You'd be surprised how many times they show up and they don't do anything, or they say they're going to come and they don't come. And it's like, we don't say, hey, there was supposed to be chicks today, but we just look out and there's no one here but us.
Yeah,
Right.
Bubba, this show, I don't know, it kind of goes in stages, that's all. It's, we'll get the sex back into the show. It's just the natural progression of
I'm
what we do.
looking like an ass because I got, the guys at work, we haul cattle for a living, we all truck drivers.
Right.
And those guys are ready to, dump it because it ain't what it was when what I was telling them, and I'm making me look like an ass.
If you're looking for a radio show that just does naked chicks and girls moaning, then you know what, this isn't the place for you. I mean,
Well,
will we throw that in there and spice it up? Of course, but
it's not what the show's all about.
It's not really what the show's about, bro.
Never has been.
What are they going to do? Dump their $2 a month and listen to what? The 50 station, which is fine.
I don't know.
No, but they let them dump it. That's fine. They want tits and ass. Go to the Playboy.
Have patience, my friend. Have patience.
$24 a year, and they'll dump it and get absolutely no sex on the radio.
Honestly, I have
Instead
no
of here where we do have girls come in.
We have no problem doing Sexiest State. We haven't had a couple, step up lately. Maybe they heard what the other couple did, and they don't think they can compete. I don't know. I mean, we could easily play. We played Guess What's in My Pants last week.
Yeah.
We haven't done a Good Morning Queef in a while. Maybe we'll get one of those on today. You never know. All right.
Yeah, your phone's just fading in and out again.
All right, Bubba. Thank you. Yeah, we got to work on that phone thing.
Bubba from Oklahoma. What's up? He doesn't think the show is good.
So I'm talking to my sister last night. She gets to hear the show in Orlando.
Is this a sex break?
And just want to show how pathetic I am. She goes, "Hey, you get my Christmas card? Sorry, I sent it out late." I'm like, no. Well, but I sent it like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, well, I lost my mailbox key, and this is a true story, by the way.
You did lose your mailbox.
Yeah, at least 2 to 3 weeks ago.
You're a loosey guy.
And I'm like,
he loses everything.
So I haven't been able to open up my mailbox in the last 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh man, that pisses the mailman off.
And I'm like, and the weird thing is, I just don't care. Well, I know. Well, I shouldn't have said that.
I don't care. Aren't there bills and stuff in there?
Yeah. Well, what are we at the end of the month? I guess. Yeah, that's the only reason why I haven't really worried about it yet, because I guess right about now all the bills are coming in.
You should really start
So now
worrying.
I need to find, a way to get into my mailbox.
Right.
But I guess it happened right around New Year's. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, it's the first of the month. What could possibly come in that's really
all
important?
your bills are for the end of the month?
Pretty much, I guess.
I get like bills every day. They
Pretty
just
much.
come in.
Dude, I don't even really care. If they're late, they're late.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't care.
Get the red notice going, hey, ass.
I'm usually pretty good, but I had to tell my sister your Christmas card is in my mailbox that I can't open right now.
Sure, it's all wrinkled and crushed.
I know.
That's the way the mailman shoves stuff.
Oh,
They
yeah.
get pissed.
I know. They use the palm of their hand and just keep shoving stuff in there.
Yeah, I used to do that at the apartment I lived in, especially when we would go on vacation, and the mail would just be crushed in there. And then there was a little note once from the mailman: "Will not deliver any more mail until this is cleaned out."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they kept it at the post office.
I might be at that stage then.
Maybe.
At least 3 weeks of mail. So I don't know. I was like, I got to find the key, I guess. And it's one of those tiny little I don't even know how to get another one.
They don't make copies of them. You got to go to the post office.
My landlord's a scumbag.
Prove who you are, pay for it.
My landlord's a scumbag. He listens to the show. He thinks I think he's a great guy. No, you're really a scumbag.
Ooh.
The guy actually changed his phone number so no one could get a hold of him.
That's a good move. Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
Good move for a
And there's
landlord.
little problems here and there. My brother's like, with this mouse problem you should call the landlord. You're paying some top dollars to live where you live.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's a scumbag. He ain't going to do anything. He's going to tell me to go get mouse traps. He doesn't care. He's pretty much leasing the building. It's some weird thing they do in New York. He's like leasing the building from the owner, so he takes care of everything.
Subletting.
Whatever it's called, yeah. But the guy not literally, he last winter, he changed his phone number so no one could get a hold of him.
What a tool.
So
thanks.
I'm not paying rent until he calls me, and then I'll go.
That'll work.
And then I'll go, dude. If you want your check, give me he can't mail it to me. Give me another key for the mailbox.
But isn't that your fault?
That
you
one
lost the key.
Yeah, but who's supposed to give me a new key? Am I supposed to pull one out of my butt?
I don't think the landlord does it. I think it's the post office.
You really think the post office has an extra key to my mailbox?
No, but I think they would know what to do.
Really?
Because, the mailman's got to open it up every day. Although they got that big one.
Yeah, he's got
master
the
key.
master key that brings the whole thing down.
Master key.
And I've been waiting for him so I could run out there and go, hey, can I get my mail? But I'm missing him or something. Because now I know the bills are coming. I got to get into that damn thing. So.
Oh, that's why I love the suburbs. You hear the nice suburban music play as the mailman smiles walking down your sidewalk. Hello, Anthony! Reaches into his bag, hands me the mail right at my front door. I don't even have a mailbox.
And you're standing on the front stoop with a pipe.
Right.
With a pipe and a paper under your arm just waiting for the mail.
Hello, Bob. How you doing?
And your bathrobe and slippers.
Yeah. I really don't have a mailbox. He comes right to the door and leaves it like in the vestibule area in the front. It's the greatest thing. I don't even have to feel the cold when I check my mail. It's wonderful.
All right, let's go to Doug in Ohio. Doug, what's going on?
Turn that down.
Doug.
What an ass.
Hey, Doug.
I forgot about this.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Let's go, Doug.
You're listening to the radio, you jackass.
What's that?
Oh, my God. Bye, Doug.
What an idiot.
And he had a great line. We want this to be a very interactive radio show, but lately, you guys talk about the show going downhill, which I totally disagree with, by the way. But you guys, man, you got to be on top of it.
Oh, these
If we go to the
callers.
phones, you got to get right into it. Help us out. It's a very interactive show, but now we don't even want to go to the phones.
Is it our fault? Have we not trained the callers properly? When you call up, turn your damn radio down and listen. Listen in the phone. When we say hello, it's you we're talking to.
Yeah, there's a slight delay because of all the computers and the equipment they use to do satellite radio.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people get caught up listening to the delay instead of what's going on in their ear. Jim, Indiana, what's up?
Hey, buddy. I think I know what you need to do for your mailbox key.
All right.
You need to put a Post-it note up there on your box telling the postman the landlord's an asshole. I need a mailbox key now, and they will handle it.
Well, all right.
Well, look at
The
that.
post office will handle it. If you can't get a mailbox key, they will take care of that.
I'm going to do the Post-it thing today because I need my bills now. I need my mail.
All right, and I need to make a challenge for the ladies in Illinois today.
All right, what's that, Jim?
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. I need a woman in Illinois going west to flash me.
It's kind of cold up there, though, no?
Sure.
All right.
No. It's cold where you're at.
It's not that bad up there today?
No. 35 degrees. This ain't cold.
All right, yeah, women could flash with 35 degrees out.
All right.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey, I can hear you fine, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I think it depends on what kind of phone people are using.
Yeah.
If they're, I don't know, if they got a loud car. I don't know. If they're on a busy highway, something's going on.
All right, I got my sticker on the back of this trailer, so all right, ladies, here I go.
Thank you.
Ladies.
There he goes.
Good night, ladies.
All right, we're just warming up. Why don't we take a quick break here, Anthony?
Right.
This is a Ben pick. He said, hey, guys, you haven't played Hayseed Dixie lately, a hillbilly tribute to AC/DC.
Maybe Bubba from Oklahoma like this one.
Which one you want to hear? Highway to Hell, You Shook Me All Night Long, Dirty Deeds. What do you think?
Any one of those in hillbilly fashion is just as good as the other.
Highway to Hell, You Shook Me, or Dirty Deeds?
I would vote Dirty Deeds.
Really?
Yeah, it's an old Bon Scott classic.
All right. Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap. Hayseed Dixie, a hillbilly tribute to AC.
XM 202.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
P-A-N?
Shut up. First thing I do is look at those buttons and see if they're red or green in front of you, Opie.
Well, I just say things to shock people and get them all energized for the radio program.
You're a shock jock even when the shows are not on.
I sure am, Anthony. I sure am.
You're as shocking as a Con Edison plate. Ha 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 ha. One of those metal plates that they... Haven't you been reading the news? Con Edison plate.
Exactly! The only con is that they're safe.
A doggy got shocked yesterday. A woman was walking her dog, and the dog stepped on one of these Con Edison plates, these metal plates that cover up the holes in the street and sidewalk and stuff. You've walked on them before. Sometimes they're electrified. It's electric. And a dog stepped on it and got shocked.
Good.
Did it die?
Actually, no.
Damn it!
I saw his finger on there. But the dog started jumping around, the woman was saying.
Yeah.
The dog was jumping around like crazy on the plate. And so the dog doesn't normally do that because it's on Prozac. The dog
is on Prozac.
Is on Prozac.
Enough with your stupid dogs.
These people treat these animals like, dogs are so easy. You own them. You pet them when they're good. When they're bad, you grab their head, you stick it in the pile of crap, and you smack them with the newspaper. That's it.
I want to start a company, Doggy Daycare. Opie's Doggy Daycare.
Oh, the logo is a big boot going into a liver.
Enough of your stupid dogs. People treat their dogs better than their own family.
With the booties and the sweaters and the baby talk. Oh,
enough.
Whole front of my building smells like urine because of these stupid dogs.
Really?
They're dropping logs in front of the building and people are picking it up. It's just sickening.
Dude, I got to tell you, you're the friend there. Bob Kelly has a couple faggy little dogs there.
I like Bob's dogs. They're
little faggy.
They are very faggy, but they're actually very fine animals.
That's the funniest thing about living in New York City. There's people want dogs. They need companionship.
Yeah.
But they live in really small apartments. Mm-hmm. And so you see these big, huge guys walking these tiny little rat dogs down the road because that's the only dog they can have in their apartments.
You can't have a big dog.
And don't say it's a gay thing because it's not. You can tell these guys would really like a much bigger dog. They just can't, keep one of these bigger dogs in their apartment. So instead of having no dogs at all, they get the little tiny little rats.
Ugh.
And they're walking down the sidewalk with their little rat dog. And
That's
Bob Kelly has
awful.
a couple of those, right?
Little small ones, yeah. Silky Terrier and something else. But the one dog does love me very much, so I like the dogs.
Aw.
I go over there just to pet it.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have to tolerate that stupid fat Samoan, but I go over there just to pet the animals.
I've always enjoyed, in my youth, having a dog, but I don't like other people's dogs. I don't like going over people's houses that have dogs, because it's that goddamn head in the crotch thing, or they're jumping up and down like crazy, and they got to jump on you. And the owner of the dog is like, oh, don't worry, he's fine. No, it's not fine. He's jumping all over me. Get the slobbering mess off. Then your hands smell like dog.
And his little lipstick thing pops out every once in a while.
Oh, well, there's some good with the bad.
Yeah. And he humps your face for a half hour, and you keep going, get off me, get off me. Red racket, red racket, red racket. You just help out a little bit.
Oh. Those videos online are just the worst. Download those animal things. Ooh.
Speaking of pets, I mentioned it yesterday. I guess this would be a good time to talk about the mouse in my apartment.
I
caught the mouse, Anthony. I caught the mouse.
Did you kill him?
Well, here's the deal. As you know, I've had a mouse living in my apartment. I only noticed this a couple months ago, but I couldn't find the sucker.
A mouse in an apartment with no food in it. What is that about?
Well, I decided to starve the mouse out because I couldn't get him. So I started really keeping the kitchen nice and clean and not leaving things out. I discovered the mouse because my brother and his family stayed in Manhattan with me for a few days, and they left all their food out on the counter in the kitchen, like granola type things and like trail mix and
mouse food.
Pretty much mouse food. And one day after the show, I walk into my kitchen. There's a mouse just having a field day with all the food. So since then, I've been trying to keep the kitchen nice and clean so the mouse doesn't eat. Well, over the weekend, I discovered my bread was the only thing that was out.
Yeah.
Had a hole in the back, completely through both bags, because, they double wrap the bags pretty much. And then a piece of bread just completely demolished. I'm like, oh, my God, this mouse is getting really desperate, okay? And it's been showing itself a lot lately because it really needs food. So I'm at my apartment on Monday with my brother, and I'm sitting down eating a little lunch and just talking to my brother. And I turn to my left and I look down, and the mouse is just looking up at me, staring at me, and then kind of climbing up some pillows that I had on the floor, kind of climbing up toward me because it's desperate for food at this point.
So he's coming to you looking like, please feed me?
Honestly, that's what I think was going on. So then I kind of went to grab him. Well, yeah, brave me. Whatever. I tried to trap him, and he ran back into the kitchen.
What do you use?
Under the refrigerator. No, it gets better. So then my brother leaves, and I'm on the computer, and my computer's next to one of my TVs, and I'm always checking out the news while I'm online. And I look up at the TV, and there's the mouse, on the shelf with the TV, just kind of looking at me. I'm like, what? This is a psychotic mouse, man.
Scoping you out.
So I'm like, it's time to get rid of the mouse. So I spent a half hour to 40 minutes, kind of trapping it.
Yeah.
I was able to keep it on that shelf and keep it in the back of the shelf because it was scared and stuff.
How do you trap them, though? What are you using?
Nothing at this point. I just knew if I just made a movement toward him, he was going to go to the back of the shelf. So he's kind of in the shelf area where all the cable boxes and everything.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of keeping him there, trying to figure out how I'm going to trap him, get a towel or a garbage pail. I don't know. And then the mouse comes out, and it's kind of a cute mouse, gray and stuff.
Nice R, sure.
Didn't look too disease-ridden or dirty. So I'm starting to think I'm a pretty lonely guy these days. I'm thinking.
A mouse and a Java log?
I'm thinking that I could maybe keep this mouse as a pet.
Uh-huh.
Put a string on the tail, maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking, maybe at this point the mouse is so hungry I could get a piece of cheese or a piece of bread or some nuts or something.
In retrospect, lighting the match was a bad idea.
And I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just, keep this mouse and train it and then just let it run around my apartment as my pet.
Yeah, unless
I swear to God,
this is
yeah, exactly. So this is going through my head, and then I'm like, you lonely freak. What are you, stupid? So all of a sudden the mouse just, darts for freedom and jumps off the shelf, which is about 4 feet high, and just leaps about 3 feet.
Ugh.
Takes off, and then it's running around the basement area of my apartment, and then runs under a doorway into a closet.
Oh, nice.
So then I finally, make a long story short, it took a while, but I finally got a towel on it and had it in the towel. And I'm like, I can't kill the damn thing. I'm a wimp when it comes to, animals and crap. So well,
can I ask you a
unless
question?
you're a dog that's eating my prime rib dinner. What?
How did you get the mouse out of the closet? Did you comment on its open shirt and little small hat?
Very good. So then I got the mouse in the towel, and I'm thinking, I can't kill it, but it has to leave my apartment.
Right.
So I dump it outside. And it was literally, Monday, 11, 12 degrees, whatever it was.
Very cold.
And I drop it on the ground, probably sentencing it to death. But I'm thinking, look, hey, dude, if you can figure this out, good luck to you, but
he might actually come back.
That's what my brother was saying. He goes, these mice, they know how to get back.
They kind of do sometimes. They know where they are. They a good sense of smell. Find that apartment again and just run back in. So.
And my brother, who's passed out on the couch because I had to pick him up because he had a colonoscopy. And nothing's going on with him. He just had a checkup, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't even know this when you get one of these colonoscopies these days. Or colonoscopy, right? Compy. They knock you out, and you need a family member or somebody to pick you up from the hospital. It's like a law, I guess. So I went and got him and brought him back to my place, and he's out cold. But he wakes up just enough to go, do you think that's the only mouse in your apartment? If you think so, you're nuts. And then just falls back to sleep.
That's
out
true,
cold.
too. A lot of times, more than one mouse.
Well, it's been a couple days. I haven't seen any signs of any other mouses.
No droppings?
No, a little bit on the counter before I got this one out of there.
Mouse crap. That's what you can see. How about the mouse pee? That's just everywhere. Eek. Oof.
So
kill them all.
So that's the end of that little
just had him in the
soap
towel
opera.
and wrapped it against the sink. Throw the towel and mouse away.
Kind of missed the little fella though, Anthony.
Do ya?
Yeah. He's been showing himself a lot in the last week or two, and I kind of miss him.
Little pet.
At first, I was scared S-less. I mean,
Those little beady eyes.
Well, you see any little critter in your apartment or your house, it freaks you out a little bit. I don't care if the mouse is tiny, you know, it freaks you out.
It just surprises you when they jump out.
Yeah, when you just walk into your kitchen to get a glass of water or what have you, and you see it on the counter sitting there, you get freaked out at first.
I had one run right over my foot once.
Ugh.
And yeah, I let out a bitch scream. Just a bitch scream. Whoa! Awful. Felt completely emasculated. They scare you. They kind of jump out. You don't know what it is.
My brother was telling some stories. I mean, before he started doing well with his career, he lived on the east side, way uptown, in a really crappy apartment. There were so many rats in his apartment that they made it a sport. Like they were just killing rats with like frying pans and stuff. No joke. I mean, they would just go off.
Yeah.
You know. Ugh. And blood everywhere because, I mean, they're just animals. I mean, they were a bunch of rugby players.
Yeah.
And they almost got excited. It was almost like a sport. All of a sudden, the call would come out, rat, and they would all get into position, get their weapons, and just go hunting in their own apartment.
There are a lot of rodents in this city, man.
Oh, dude, you can't take the subway without seeing one almost every day.
No. There are a bunch of these little parks, not like parks where people really sit and do things, but these little fenced-off park areas between streets and stuff to kind of look nice. And one of them, I guess it was up by 72nd Street, people used to throw birdseed around to feed the pigeons around this little park area, and the pigeons never came there to eat it because the rats, these now very well-fed rats, were just running rampant.
72nd and what? That might be the place me and Voss used to go. Right by Broadway?
Yeah. That's
where me and Rich used to stop.
Isn't that near the subway there?
Yep.
It's new, but they gutted that park. But he's talking about it's like a little. It's between two blocks that separate.
Exactly.
And we would stop and put Reese's peanut butter cups out and then sit in his car and just watch the rats come out and eat it.
You know what? It was a lot of vegetation in there.
Yep.
So you couldn't really see the rats in the park, but you would see the vegetation moving.
Oh, my God, really?
Droves, and then occasionally rats would come flying out of it, grab whatever they could on the sidewalk, and run back into the vegetation.
Wow.
Frightening. Imagine tossing someone into there.
The rats would probably just scatter, because Washington Square Park, which I walk by a lot, which is a pretty large, it's a couple blocks park in the village. I see them every night when I walk by, and you'll see the foliage moving.
Oh, it's creepy.
And they'll run out right in front of you sometimes. It's like 3, 4 in the morning when it's nice.
Big, muscular.
Big
like
rats.
You see the rear legs, they're muscular rats. That is frightening.
They don't bother you.
A strong rat. Yeah, they just nibble at children laying in their beds.
Good. That's fine. One less little rotten thing to cry on a plane if his lips are chewed off.
You brought back a memory. I don't know if I've ever told this story on the air, but you talk about like throwing someone into the brush with the rats and stuff, right? Well, growing up on Long Island, I was really into water skiing, and all the little harbors. I mean, you did your jet skiing in probably all the same harbors,
Huntington, Centerport. Yeah.
And in the summer there, the blues come into these harbors, right? And the blues come into the harbors because they're following the bunker. You know what bunker are?
They're like minnows or something.
No, they're big. The bunker, I think they could get up to almost a foot,
Really?
maybe a little less than a foot. They're big bait fish that the blues love, and they pretty much don't have teeth, or if they do, they're really, really small. They can't really do much damage, okay? But when you're water skiing in these harbors, especially like late afternoon in the summer when it's really hot and the tide's coming up, you could see schools of bunker. There's and there's so many that there's barely water. There's just a cluster of bunker, and the blues are there because they're jumping out of the water. That's the only. I guess that's the only way
they're feeding.
Yeah, they're just flipping out. Well, when we used to water ski, we used to have a lot of fun, and we would try to drop the skier in the middle of the school of bunker. And I was skiing once, and Billy Bertram, God, an old friend, was driving the boat. Dropped me right in the middle of a school of bunker. You want to be freaking freaked out beyond belief. Yeah. They were just, bouncing into my body, hitting me as I'm sitting there waiting for the boat to turn around to get me.
That's real creepy.
Dude, screaming like, get me the F out of here. Just losing my mind. Losing my effing mind.
Did you like all of a sudden your friend was next to you and he flipped over and there was no bottom half? The bunker had eaten him from the waist down.
I'll never go water skiing again.
Just creepy though, as they're banging into you.
Opie's in the water, bunker in the water, our bunker.
and the creepy part about it, the fishermen and all that told us that if they're carrying on like that, it means there's blues underneath them.
Yeah,
and the blues will do
they
damage.
Can nip at you.
Oh, they'll do damage.
Blues are sharks?
Oh my God.
What?
Were they sharks, blues, or are they just big fish?
No. Blues.
And you hear Opie with his horrible high-pitched screaming and hollering. Bunker comes up, little beady eyes roll back white, lifeless eyes like a doll's eyes. Come in and kind of annoy you.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, man. That is creepy, though. There's monsters under that water, man. I always loved jet skiing, really did. Years ago, was out there every day. Mm-hmm. But when you get thrown off of that thing and you got to swim back to it, all I could think of was, oh my God, there's monsters in this water.
Yeah,
monsters that I can't see that in a second is going to bite my leg.
Too bad there wasn't a porch there for you to run under and hide.
Monsters.
Oh, dude. Jaws ruined that for just everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely everybody. I believe before Jaws came out, people would just jump in the harbors and the water and think nothing of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing of it. But you're so right. When you're in the middle of a harbor and you fall off a jet ski or water skiing and you're just sitting there by yourself waiting for the boat to come around, it is just, you know what? I think everyone will agree just about it. It's just a creepy feeling. You're like,
what's worse?
What can I see right now? Because they could see me.
What's worse, not being able to see or being like down in the Bahamas where you can see what's down there?
Right.
Because I don't know. Both of them are creepy as hell. You look down in the Bahamas and you're swimming around and it's like, I could see everything. I'm seeing fish.
But Anthony,
if something big comes up here, I'm just going to crap myself.
I'll answer. I would rather see because I've done the snorkeling and scuba diving and all that.
Right.
I've seen some crazy things scuba diving.
You want to know if a Frenchman's coming at you with his fists.
I've seen crazy stuff scuba diving, but you feel better because you could see it.
Yeah.
We saw a whole school of barracuda and all sorts of things that. If someone told you that that was down there but you couldn't see it, it'd be kind of crazy.
Let me tell you something, though. Scuba diving's different. When you're down there with them, you kind of, not like that you have an advantage or you're on equal footing with the beasts, but you kind of feel better that you have the mask, you can see much better, you're breathing underwater, and you're with them, you're amongst them. When you're swimming and your head and shoulders is popped out above the water and you don't know what's going on underneath, or even if you can see, you are completely at their mercy.
Yeah, I was just answering your question. I mean, it's creepier because you can't see what's down there.
Yeah.
And then there could be nothing, Mm-hmm. I've gone on boat trips from Rochester, New York to Canada with Brother Weeze, one of my heroes and really good friend, does radio up in Rochester. And in the middle of the lake, he'll just stop the boat, freshwater lake, and we'll jump in. And
lakes are even creepier, by the way.
Yeah, we would do these weekend boat trips, and there's no way to really shower. So what we would do is we would just stop in the middle of the lake, and supposedly Lake Erie just drops down like I don't know, like half a mile. I mean, it's
very deep.
It's ridiculously deep. Bunch of people on the boat, by the way. Don't turn this into another Javalog story. And then he would have all sorts of shampoo and body wash soaps and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're going to Canada and maybe, do dinner or whatever. And we would just kind of quickly rinse off in the lake.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of soap?
Huh?
If you're rinsing off in the Lake Erie?
Well, we would go in there and shampoo, and the water is really fresh.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't drink it, obviously, but it's fresh enough to get a quick shower in because it's fresh water. It's not like the Long Island Sound. It's salt water, which is a nightmare.
Nasty.
You know? But so we would jump in, and you jump off the boat, and you're even scared to, like, jump in and dive.
Yeah.
You know, knowing that it drops down like a half a mile. It's just so creepy and so dark and black.
Yeah.
You know? And it's supposed to be a fun thing. Hey, we'll go for a swim in the middle of the lake, and you're just creeped out. You want to stay within 2 feet of the boat.
Yeah.
You know, you venture out 10, 15 feet, which is nothing if you think about the lake and everything, but you feel like you're a mile away from the boat at that point.
You can't think about that stuff when you're out there. The second you start thinking about it, you freak yourself out, and then you do that panic swim to whatever safety there is, a boat or the shore or something. I've done that where you're just out there and it's like, oh, this is nice, you know, the gentle bobbing and, you know, the waves are nice, you hear the water and the sun is hitting you and you're like, this is so cool, this is, you know, nice and warm, and there's something under there. I think I felt something brush my leg.
Yeah.
And then you lose your mind. You feel something brush your leg. You can't get your legs out of the water.
Yeah. And then you get back on the boat, and why are you back in the boat already? I was getting
coming back for a beer.
Yeah, I was getting cold.
You ever have a dragonfly buzz your head when you're in a lake? There's nothing worse than dragonflies. They're just creepy and awful.
Yeah. Well, then you go underwater. And then when you pop up, he's right there waiting for you.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to kind of confront my fear, so I try to do a dive off the boat.
Yeah.
And just knowing maybe I went 10, 15 feet down tops, and I'm just like out of my mind, scared when I pop up. Like, get me back on the boat.
I'm an underwater.
And you try to open your eyes, and it's
faggot.
just completely dark. You're like, what? This stinks.
Yeah, you're forced to like open your eyes. I gotta see something. I can't see nothing.
Right.
I can't see. Ah! Something touched my leg.
And you know, I know there's no whales in fresh water, relax. But for the story, you know, when you dive like that, you have no idea what could be literally a foot in front of you.
Oh, imagine just pounding into some big beastie
thing. You're like, is something just checking me out that's literally a foot away? I have no, it's just the worst.
There are harmless fish that can be, 6 feet long. These big groupers. You ever see these things?
Yeah.
They're huge. They look like big bass, and they're giant, and they're in the water. And if I was swimming around and saw this harmless thing swimming, I would lose my mind. I would drown right there because I would just go, fly. I would freak out. And it's harmless. And some people, you see them, they go up and pet them. No, sorry. Ain't going to happen.
Ain't going to happen. So
petrified.
We went off on
what a faggot.
We went off on a weird tangent there. Let's say hi to Mike in PA. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing, Jimmy Robinson?
Hello, Mike. How
Go
are you?
Eagles!
Got a cape on and
That's
everything.
right, buddy. Hey, I was wondering if, Opie, when you were trying to catch that mouse, if he said stop.
Did you teach him to talk like Bernie with his squirrels?
Yeah, I was thinking about Bernie. I was thinking that I've really become a loner. I don't know what happened. I used to have a lot of friends and was very social, but lately I'm just a loner.
Were you working on your anti-gravity machine?
Isn't he coming in with that soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His levitation machine.
I was thinking, I swear to God, I was thinking maybe I should make this mouse my pet. Have something to do after the show.
That mouse must have hated your apartment. No furniture to hide behind.
Oh.
She's going to run along the walls with the wires.
It's getting better. It's getting better.
It's an awful apartment for a mouse or a guest.
Let's say hi to Frank. Hey, Frank, what's up?
Good morning, guys.
Good, Frank.
I got to tell you, and Anthony, I think you and I have had an exchange or two on that New York radio message board at one point, and it wasn't pleasant because at the time I was not a fan. You have just turned me 180 degrees, both of you, and with Jim Norton's contributions.
Wow.
I'm addicted to the show. I've got XM on in the car constantly. I'm listening to the replays during the day at home.
Are you Frank the radio critic?
You got it.
Wow.
Yes, man.
Unbelievable. How you doing, Frank?
I'm
this
not
guy
just
used to
thinking, like,
hate
I'm
us,
serious.
man. I used to want to strangle you when I read that stupid New York radio message board. I'm like, doesn't this guy at least have an open mind?
It's funny.
Well, you know what the problem was? I didn't feel that what you were doing was appropriate for broadcast air, for so-called terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
And I still kind of agree with. But that said, you guys are more talented than anybody on the radio.
Wow.
The sense of humor, the sometimes dry wit, sometimes in-your-face wit, the impersonations, the topicality, the spontaneity. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, you are the brand new wave of the future. And Stern had his day, but you guys are at the top of your game right now.
Frank, don't forget the hardcore sex.
No, all kidding around aside. It's a delight to listen to you. I don't know the last time, been able to just drive in my car and laugh out loud at all the antics and the crazy stuff. And I have to say, Jim Norton is a major contribution to the program.
We love Jimmy.
Thanks, Frank.
We definitely love Jimmy.
I never thought we'd ever turn Frank the radio critic around. Amazing.
Anyone who doesn't know the New York radio message board, Frank's a big poster. And it's like, to a lot of people that means nothing, but this was a guy who did not like the show, and he's the last person you would think would enjoy the show.
And Anthony and him would go at it with posts on this board.
Yep, back and forth with Alan mediating. Alan sniffing the head of the board.
And I actually, it was kind of fun to watch the exchanges.
Oh, yeah. They would just go on and on with us and it would always degrade into me, like, calling him an ass tool and, like, bad language, and he would point out, see? Look at that. And I would always feel like an idiot because I had to resort to cursing.
Yeah, and there was one time where I think, Anthony, your only response was, tool.
Tool, yeah. Like, yeah, I showed him, tool. Yeah, and then Frank would just be, my point has been made.
My point has been made.
Damn it.
They're immature.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank. We appreciate
Hey,
that.
listen, keep it up, and we're enjoying you out here, guys. Be good.
Cool, man.
Thanks a lot.
Wow, that's pretty huge, actually.
Yeah, that was great.
That's amazing. I'm waiting for Bill Donahue from the Catholic League to call. Hey, I love you guys.
All is forgotten.
That St. Pat's thing, that really got me pissed. But I've been listening now, and your show's really funny. I loved the Lacey Peterson stuff. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's keep it in perspective here. Let's go to John in Nolens. We're going to be in Nolens when? Soon. 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks.
Super Bowl Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
That's right. Let's go, John.
How you doing this morning, boys?
Pretty good.
Yesterday I was listening to Anthony. I think you have some psychic powers. Sean Hannity had some woman, Lisa G, on the show. Who is that woman?
Oh, Lisa G is, she's been...
Can I call her a C?
Why?
We don't know
If
her.
she had something bad to say about us, I'll laugh openly, because she's been trying to get a job with us for years.
All she had to say was blah, blah, blah. Psycho Mark would have more insight than her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she's a bore, and we weren't interested in bringing her aboard or any other woman, quite frankly.
I heard Hannity went to bat for you guys the other day on the air for something.
Hannity...
we have a good relationship
We
with
really
Hannity.
have a great relationship with Hannity.
He's a good guy.
He understands what we do, and I understand what he does, that's for sure.
Yeah, he tried to get you guys in there pretty good, and she wouldn't shut up. Finally, when she shut her mouth, he brought it up. Opie and Anthony, they had a chance. They rebuilt themselves. They did something stupid, and even they'll admit they should have got fired.
Yeah.
So he brought you guys up, and like I guess Anthony said it. Every time it comes up with Hot 97, you guys are tops on the list.
Oh, I know. We get mentioned along with that one.
Awesome.
You're the measuring stick. You're the standard.
I know. I'm just waiting for them to drag our names into the whole Tsunami song. Which, quite frankly, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, great. More publicity for us. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't dragged us into that yet.
I just hope no one gets confused and thinks we wrote it not because it's offensive, because it's just an awful song parody.
Yeah. Doesn't rhyme.
Oh, is that an awful parody?
Yeah, why don't we take a break? We'll talk about the Tsunami song. It's
all over the news.
It's
too.
heating up, and there's a rumor that the morning show is suspended today. If that's true, that means it's just
a matter of time.
Within a day or two, that a few of them, if not the whole show, is fired. We know this.
Yeah,
we know this game.
Seen it, been through it a couple of times. So we'll have to see if they're gonna survive or be tossed out on their asses.
How about one more from Hasty Dixie as we go to break here, Anthony? Highway to Hell, or You Shook Me All Night Long?
Yeah, Highway to Hell.
Yeah,
Highway to Hell.
Good call, Ben. Good call.
All right, who's here? We got Pat from Munaki. Is that him?
There he is.
Gifts.
He just looked in and smiled.
We invited Pat from Munaki in.
Pat.
And the gal from Survivor's here.
Which Survivor?
Survivor.
Which one?
She won, didn't she?
Survivor. Oh, no.
Jenna.
Did she win the latest one?
No one knows. No one knows who our guests are.
I haven't watched Survivor in years.
I know.
You're a big Survivor fan.
I used to be.
Hey, when she comes in, can I try my impressions on her?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give it a try.
I used to be. Which one?
Yeah, she won. She won Survivor.
The
last
latest
one.
Oh, the latest one?
Yeah.
So we have to care, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you got Pat out there, too. I mean,
I saw the first 3 Survivors, but,
What's
all
she
right.
turning down the radio before the delay?
It's okay.
Also, Pat brought a bunch of gifts. He brought Steve a gift. He brought,
we love gifts.
By the way, Kevin from Buffalo, we don't need to go to the phone. It was Lake Ontario, not Erie. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What, were you and Weeze would bathe and stuff?
Shut up.
Look how he says it.
Dude, I don't mean anything. There's nothing wrong with 2 guys going out to the middle of the lake, stripping down and soaping up a little bit.
Soaping up.
Cleaning up.
Getting those hard-to-reach spots.
Yeah,
Sure.
Hey, you go under and clean me. I'll go under and clean you. What the hell? It's a lake.
Here's some...
Eyes rolled back white, and he goes, oh.
Let's drink to your bag.
all right. Here's...
Hey, when she
Hey,
comes in, what do you
Seed.
think Jack Nicholson would say to her?
Dixie.
I'm going to do my Nicholson impression when she comes in.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
All right, cool. I can't wait to hear that.
It's everything 24/7 XM 202. The O&A virus. It's everything all the time.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. That wasn't bad, right?
No, it was like a beatbox.
Started out as a stutter, and I turned it into something nice.
Yes.
It's the O&A virus spreading across America. A couple things really fast. Let's say hi to Todd the trucker. Todd, what's up?
Good morning, boys.
Morning.
Jimmy.
Hi, Todd the trucker.
Hey, I've got that audio at home. I'll be home in a couple hours if you want me to send it to the program of Hannity and Combs last night mentioning you guys. You guys were not mentioned on O'Reilly. He was talking about the Tsunami parody. He didn't mention you guys, but he did mention Jim Norton. And he said that Jim Norton was going to be at the Comedy Works January 28th and 29th in Albany, New York.
I cannot believe you get these guys to plug for you.
That was
It's just
so good.
amazing.
Dude, that was. I appreciate that, but they said that O'Reilly forgot to mention the number, which is 518-689-0490 this Friday, Saturday. Good call, sir. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was
Talk to
smooth.
you guys later.
All
See ya.
right.
That was a good one.
Smooth.
He caught me off guard. I'm like, how the hell did O'Reilly know I was going to be there?
So I guess Hannity and Combs were talking about the Tsunami song and other DJs that
That's screwed up.
got screwed up, I guess, huh? Speaking of which, we have audio of Norton doing the comedy plugs. It's pretty funny. We'll try
Really?
Yeah, we'll try to play it a little later. We have lots of show to do today, though. Bob, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Just
Hey.
wanted
Hey there,
to let
Bob.
you know CNN's getting ready to play that Tsunami song.
Oh,
Really?
Let's switch over to CNN.
Let's
Why?
get a
What did
tape.
they say on the tease?
I just caught a preview of it on CNN when I was flipping around,
Yeah.
and they said that they didn't tell you who yet, but there was a radio station in New York that was found it funny and amusing to play song parodies of the Tsunamis.
The way they word it
They're
too,
gonna be
they
getting ready
found
to play a clip of it.
the way the news words these events makes it even worse because they're like, a radio station thinks that 250,000 people drowning is funny. We'll tell you who it was.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. I wrote a dopey song parody,
We were on this very early. It's going to end really ugly for
of
the
course
fine
it is.
folks at Hot 97 here in New York City. Anthony and I believe that pretty much the entire show is going to get fired.
Yeah.
We know. Well, I don't know for sure because I don't really talk to him much these days. But our old producer Rick, we're convinced, wrote the song. He's on lead vocals.
Right.
And I was thinking, man, Rick, didn't you learn from what happened with us with the Sex for Sam thing?
Just don't put yourself out there like that. It's undefendable. It's just there's no defense for screaming chinks in a song parody. just doesn't it doesn't wash with the media.
And the latest we're hearing, I'm not sure if it's true that the morning show got suspended or something.
Did they?
Somebody was on the line. We couldn't get to him, saying that the show was suspended.
Well, you guys always talk, and you're right, about how awful management is in these situations. And I'm reading the apology, or I'm looking at the apology they issued, and it's just such an awful, sanitized wording. There's nothing human about the wording. If they came out and go, look, what we did was appalling. We're sorry. We was trying to be funny, and it was just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a way to word things where people go, all right, well, that sounds kind of
Try to be funny. Sometimes we miss the mark,
Yes, we missed it by, 220,000 people. We apologize that the drowning children wasn't as amusing as we had originally anticipated.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think?
We thought God cleansing of all, people in Indonesia would be kind of a rib tickler.
Hey, man, I understand people going, what are you talking about, Ope? But seriously, what were they thinking? And that's coming from us.
Yeah.
We know how to get pretty edgy and crazy. Duh.
See, when we would put song parodies together or get song parodies from our listeners and play them, it was under the banner of most offensive song contest. Remember when we did that?
Sure.
We presented this as the most offensive song. Write one, record one, and send it in. And then we played them, warning everyone every 2 seconds, remember, this is the most offensive song contest, so the purpose of it is to be offensive.
Yep.
And by doing that, we got away with playing probably some of the worst, most offensive songs ever.
Ever. And, we were safe.
Yeah.
We were safe.
It has to be a great parody, I think. For it to fly at all, it has to be a great where people look at it and go, all right.
No, it's all, honestly.
Bad subject matter.
No, honestly, it doesn't matter if it's a great parody. It's all in the way you present it.
It's all in the presentation.
It's all in the presentation.
It's all in the context.
If you're saying right off the bat, listen how horrible this is.
Right.
Then you could get away with it.
We're letting people in on a big secret here.
I was talking to Jimmy at breakfast yesterday after the show going, what amazes me about things is, the Tsunami song that Hot 97 did, which is honestly, if they're listening, really hacky, and it's just awful. It's not entertaining at all. It's just, it's hack stuff that a college radio station might play, okay? But they're getting a lot of attention, and I'm hoping that they have balls over there to protect the morning show and let them slide. Because if they do, they're going to get huge ratings here in New York City. Absolutely huge ratings. But I think they're gonna pussy out like every other radio company does, and they're going to fire the whole gang. Okay.
Yep.
But with that said, so they play the Tsunami song, and there's outrage everywhere. We've been playing the Tsunami song every day. The reason we could get away with it is because now we're presenting it as news. But it's still the same song that is pissing off a lot of people.
There's no outrage.
But it's like I said, it's all in the presentation. Now we're saying, look how awful this song is, and now it's a news event for us, so we're allowed to get away with it.
Right.
Another example of that was the whole Janet Jackson thing at the Super Bowl last year. Janet Jackson does her thing. Everyone is outraged, right? But then the news channels played it hundreds and hundreds of times, presenting it as news and the setup and the presentation. So they were allowed to show it again, which is probably pissing off parents and children all over the world again. But it's okay.
Right.
Because you present it as news.
It's how it's presented. Exactly.
Well, I happen to have a little bit of a news clip of the way the news spoke about the Hot 97 song, and it wasn't good. They weren't particularly complimentary.
No.
I watched this last night. I really felt bad because obviously we all know Rick, and I like Todd's a buddy of mine who's on the show. And
bad,
not good.
I just know Rick wrote most of that song because he's on lead vocals. He's just so proud and he's just belting it out.
We were always commenting on how over the top Rick is,
and I'm just waiting for our names to get dragged into it.
Yeah.
The producer of the Tsunami song, little known fact, was also the producer of Opie and Anthony when they did their Sex for Sam stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral back in 2002.
If they get fired, then you'll really see the floodgates open. And
dude, our names will be dragged in because it'll be like, here's other stupid things that shock jocks have done.
Wasn't the first time either for Opie and Anthony. They were fired in Boston for saying the mayor.
All right, we get it.
No. Mayor Dirty Bomb.
We got some news on the Boston mayor. We'll get to that a little later. But all right, here's the news clip that Jimmy brought in.
The tsunami killing an astounding 212,000.
Wait a minute, that's not a real fucking a real newsman, is it?
That's how. That is a real news guy? That's how I joke say tsunami every time I say tsunami.
Tsunami.
Wait, is that the first part of the clip? I hope you got the whole thing.
They just announced on the air that the show is gone. The morning show is completely gone.
Fired?
It says suspended indefinitely. We are looking for a replacement. They're just playing music and some other stuff.
Fired.
There's a guy.
Fired.
He sounds
Told
like
you.
an office guy. Is on the air right now, just reading this prepared statement saying the morning show is gone, suspended indefinitely.
Suspended indefinitely.
Yep.
Fired. Fired.
Fired.
Totally, completely, could not be more fired.
So fired.
And what they could have done is they could have let the morning because that song got played 4 days in a row. You got to dump the PD or the GM because management could have stopped that.
Isn't it funny? They were on the air after it happened. It worked. It's textbook.
We've
seen exactly how this works.
It's happened to us twice.
You're fired. You're fired.
By the way, when we get fired a third time, that will be it for the Opie and Anthony program.
You're fired.
On their station right now, they're also playing the Asian Kids rebuttal song.
What?
We have a copy of it right here.
Please.
There's an Asian Kids rebuttal song?
Yep.
All right, so why don't we go back to the news clip? This is a news guy sounding really hacky.
He's awful.
I gotta hear the Asian Kid rebuttal later.
Let's
not forget that.
It sounds like a morning DJ. Good morning, everybody.
Tsunami.
The tsunami killing an astounding 212,000 and leaving 6,200 others missing, with families torn apart, leaving children orphaned, and with a worldwide relief effort underway. Who would poke fun at this?
Oh, no!
Never good.
Oh, no!
Oh, did you hear the wind-up? Oh, the wind-up.
Oh, that's a Roger Clemens fastball right down the pipe.
The guy would know. Oh.
You're not hitting that one, man.
List all the devastation and then follow it with who could find this funny. Never a good segue.
I'm surprised it didn't include, broken beach chairs. Every possible thing that bad happened, he was throwing in there.
Oh, no.
Effort underway. Who would poke fun at this?
You better run or kiss your away, go find your mommy.
The answer, hip-hop radio station WQHT, known as Hot 97. The station's morning DJ, known as Miss Jones, aired an insulting song that included racial slurs at Asians and had lyrics about God laughing at those who drowned in the waves.
That's terrific. You can hear God laughing sweet.
Ricky! Hey, Rick made it into the news.
Our old
Rick
producer
made it. How bad is it? First of all, wait a minute.
Yeah, I went
we
back.
know this. How bad is it to sit there and watch the news when it's about you and have them playing the incriminating clips? It is so awful to sit and watch. You watch with half through your fingers, with your hands over your ears. It's painful.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you'll hear our old producer, Rick, just belting out the the next line.
Laughing at those who drowned in the waves.
You can hear God laughing, swim, you swim.
Jameson Gong, with the Organization of Chinese Americans, says Asian Americans are outraged.
People from all over the community talk about what to do, rallies, protests, sending letters to the FCC.
The station, owned by Emmis Communications, aired the song 4 days before pulling it. Calls to station management were not returned, but on the station's website, this statement was posted. Hot 97 regrets the airing of material that made light of a serious and tragic event. We apologize to our listeners and anyone who was offended.
All right, listen, really fast. I heard the FCC mentioned in that clip. Calm down with the FCC. It's not
an actionable offense.
It's not an FCC
by the FCC.
complaint.
Oh, there's more about that. There's more about that. This is you're right. This is not an FCC violation, and this is the
bad
problem.
taste. You don't want it on the radio. I'm not going to really argue that. That's whatever. That's what you think. That's fine. But as far as getting the FCC involved, nope. Sorry, that's not what the FCC's for.
City Council member John Liu would like to see federal action.
How? Clearly, if the FCC can levy a $550,000 fine for a wardrobe malfunction, they certainly can address this kind of absolute indecency.
What an ass. The guy has no clue.
Nope. It's not indecency.
Two different issues, you ass.
God.
It's tasteless.
Stick to the issue. You were offended by it. It offended a lot of people. For some reason, if the company, Amos, doesn't want to employ people that do these types of things, they have reason to fire them. But as far as federal fines and the FCC being involved, no, not a leg to stand on. Nope. No. You can't start fining people for this type of content. You can't. How would you? You couldn't do a show. It's bad enough, the sex stuff, that has to be, you got to weave in and out of things in order to even get some type of adult-oriented conversation on regular radio without being fined. That's bad enough. If you start making content that offends, what about it? You get a right-wing political talk show is completely offending liberals, and vice versa. You know, you listen to Air America, it's completely offending Republicans and conservatives. What are they going to complain now? I'm offended. I find this indecent. I find what he is saying about welfare reform indecent. Fine them. You're insane.
In Canada, this would be a finable offense for that reason. They are they really are like socialist mentality up there. And I mean, I love Canada. I know I crapped on them the other day, but this is the type of stuff that you can't play because it's offensive to a certain group of people racially. It's just revolting.
Yeah. I mean, the guy has every right to be pissed off because, you know, his peeps are being offended by this song and there's racial slurs in the song. So he could be offended. He could do what he did, you know, speak out, have the company fire them. But as far as having the FCC involved, calm down. Just calm
At least
down.
Canada stands by its talent, though. I mean, first, didn't they fire Star and Buck Wild with the first ones they fired?
Yeah.
Off 97, and then these guys. It's like, come on. Sometimes you got to stand by the radio talent.
It's an automated process with these radio companies. It is an automated process. It is so predictable that a machine might as well do it.
Dude,
we knew exactly how this was going to play out.
I would love to see the radio station or the company itself, you know, stand by these guys, but honestly, this is a tough one, man. And this is coming from us. It's just a tough one.
If
they got
they-
the whole effing world focused on this thing.
If they just ignored everybody and let them do their show in a week, 2 weeks, this would be over.
Go away.
Old news and done with. For some reason, these companies cannot grasp that concept. They knee-jerk, they panic, they see it showing up on the news, and they think it's going to turn into something. It doesn't. It doesn't turn into something. People can say boycott the advertisers. A few will get calls. A couple might even pull their ads. But you know something? As time goes by, they get them back. Other people come in. They forget about it, and it will go away. The worst thing they do is exactly what they do. Knee-jerk. They let them get on the air for a couple of days after it happens, and then the hoopla starts. The media picks up on it. It snowballs like we were talking about, and then the company freaks out, pulls them off the air.
Dude,
textbook.
And an awful apology. An insincere management
insincere apology
apology.
to try
Most
to smooth
apologies,
things over.
when celebrities in general, you know, mess up and you get the apologies on TV, just about every single one of those apologies is a joke. It really is. It's written by a lawyer.
Written by lawyers.
There's no real feeling or emotion.
No sincerity.
There's nothing to do with the actual person that's in trouble.
Jay Leno's
They had
Johnny
nothing to do
speech
with
was
it.
more sincere.
Yeah, exactly. But
If you're going to make an apology, like I had to apologize recently for something, and so you don't have somebody else write it. You just tell the person, look, I'm sorry. It was dark. You were on your stomach. I didn't realize it was the wrong one. I apologize. I should have stopped when you were crying, but it felt a little too good.
The BM one.
But you know, getting to the heart of the subject, though, man. I mean, you know, it was just stupid.
Yeah.
In this day and age, I mean, we got fired. We were on top of our game. We were
Oh, it's written out now on CNN. The lyric. Hey, it's Rick's lyric.
You can hear
written
the screaming
out.
Shanks, little Chinaman swept away. Wait, you can hear God laughing, swim, you
bitches, swim.
Oh, they're so done.
CNN.
Oh, the Cafferty file. I'm sure he's just really enjoying this.
He's even styling his hair like O'Reilly, this bore.
Yeah, let's say hi to Kevin in Jersey. Kevin.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
All right, I was just flipping over there, and they had some guy, Jem from the Rough Riders, who's supposed to be an Asian American, just had a rap that just completely bashed the than Miss Jones or whatever her name is.
Really?
We think we have a song here, which is a
we got
rebuttal.
it. We got it. We're gonna do both right now.
Because Asian rap is a really hot seller on Hot 97, you groveling idiots, Emmis.
Well, what I was trying to say, what were they thinking? I mean, with the climate of radio and you and I losing our jobs on the top of our game, should have sent out a signal to everyone.
No one's safe.
No one's safe, and they don't have ratings to begin with. Okay, whatever. So, it was
They're
just
doing a CNN poll. How should they be punished?
Yeah.
Our names are coming soon, boys and
Oh,
girls.
this is great stuff.
Time to drag Opie and Anthony back in.
Great stuff.
They got to fucking fire these guys. That really does bug me. It was a bad choice by them, but management, did let it play for 4 days. And I hope Star and Buck Wild murder that station if you fire them. You're going to lose. Look what happened to NEW, you asses.
I know.
They dumped the one show, and the point was raised yesterday. If you guys can get dumped, anybody can get dumped. There's no way they're going to be protected if you guys weren't protected.
Just stupid.
Millions of dollars the station lost. Millions.
Poor Rick, man.
Yeah, man.
I feel bad for him. It's the worst just going through this stuff multiple times.
Right.
And Rick is not management. He didn't say 4 days in a row you could play it.
Yeah.
Who's this? Just wrote it.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? Go ahead. Who's this?
Hey, this is Nonstop. I'm a truck driver.
All right, what's up, Nonstop?
How you doing? Hey, I got your guys' your subscription here and all that. Listening to your show right now. Hey, I think you guys should start using a little more profanity.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why is that, sir?
I don't know. I just think your show's gotten a little more important. I noticed you guys lately, you've been cutting back on the profanity.
All right, well,
we want the listeners,
scaring me.
and we want the listeners to cut back a little too. It's not all about just cursing. That isn't what the freedom of satellite radio is all about, and we've said that many times. It's not just about being able to get on and curse. It's about being able to discuss anything we want. The listeners are the biggest violators of it. They call up. You guys call up, and every other word is F this, and it completely takes away from the conversation. We curse when it fits.
Make for an interesting conversation.
Yeah, and that's when we throw it in, when it fits.
It's a It's a self-policing thing because again, we fall into the trap. I'm human. I just overuse it.
All right. Hey, go hit a fucking tree.
Yeah. You silly goose. Forgive me. I didn't mean to get so rough.
Damn it.
I understand.
You beat me to it. That was like a softball pitch.
Well, I don't like that type of language when I have my young son, Drew Boogie, in the car.
All right, listen.
Poor Rick, man.
So,
he's flipping out right now.
Yeah, but it was just stupid, man.
Yeah, well, so is Sex for Sam. We understand.
Honestly, we didn't think we'd get fired at the time because the climate of radio was such that if you're bringing in huge ratings and making a lot of money for the company, they're not going to fire you over that. But now, after we got fired, that sent out a signal to everyone, watch your ass.
Yep. And Bubba and the regular guys, they dumped a lot of people all over the country.
You can't be writing a Tsunami song thinking that you're going to be safe is all I'm saying. I mean, if you want to write a Tsunami song, go for it. But I'm thinking as a radio guy, this could be the thing that could get us fired again. And I don't feel like getting fired anytime soon.
No, I kind of like to have a job for a little while.
I want to put in another 2 years, and then then we'll get fired, and then we'll retire.
Yeah, swim, you bitches, swim. Water doodle, the tsunami. Watch the tree go through her head. Little chinks. I apologize. Water doodle, bone dry. No one's bone dry after the tsunami.
Yeah,
you guys wouldn't get in trouble for a song parody like that because it's just you wouldn't. The difference is you're not groveling. If they complain about it, you just go drop dead and hang up. You wouldn't get in trouble for that.
Well, I don't know.
Plus, you're not on terrestrial.
All right. Well, here's
a big difference.
Yeah.
Here's the song that everyone is outraged about, Anthony.
Oh, you're going to play the outrage song?
Yeah.
The Tsunami song, and then we'll play the Asian response?
Yeah, we'll have to do that, and it's all in the setup, so I want to make it perfectly clear that this is the song that a lot of people are outraged
Absolutely.
by. A lot of the news agencies are playing the song now, but they are bleeping it, and we have the ability to play it uncensored.
So do they. It's not offensive FCC-wise.
Yeah, I know, but they don't want to offend people.
So let's just say
the way Rick wrote it to be played is the way we play it.
We don't agree with this type of thing. So if you're pretty much an expressionless-faced individual, you may not like it. So turn your radio off.
Oh, that is not appropriate at all.
It really isn't.
Jimmy.
Here's the song.
Frank the radio critic's going to be mad. We are the world. Tsunami.
I'm shaped like the world.
Tsunami of vomit out of my mouth.
Just look at him, watch the face he makes.
No, I love the kids. There was a time when the sun was shining bright.
So I went down to the beach to catch me a tan.
Then the next thing I knew, a wave 20 feet high came and washed your whole country away. And all at once, you could hear the screaming chains.
Todd.
And no one was saved from the waves.
Todd fired.
There were Africans drowning.
Miss Jones
Little
fired.
gentlemen
Why not
swept
use
away.
a slur there?
You could hear God laugh and swim, you bitches, swim.
Rick
So
fired.
now you're screwed.
Yes, you are.
It's the tsunami. You better run or kiss your ass away. Go find your mommy.
Go find your mommy.
I just saw her flow by. A tree went through her head. And now your children will be sold child slavery.
You're fired.
So now you're screwed. It's a tsunami. You better run and kiss your ass away. Go
It's over,
find
Johnny.
your mommy.
It's over, Johnny.
I just saw her float by. A tree right through her head.
You little scumbag.
And now your children will be sold in child slavery.
You're fired.
So now you're screwed.
So now
Pat, Johnny.
Pat from Munaki.
it's a tsunami.
You better run and kiss your ass away. Go
Jokes
find
smell
your
like
mommy.
coffee.
Can't find my mommy.
Listen to Rick.
I just saw her float by. A tree went through her head. And now the children will be sold in child slavery.
What is your problem?
The kids. I'll pay for all the kids, the little Indonesian kids, the little Asian kids, the Chinese kids, the black, well, not the black kids, but the white kids, the Puerto Rican kids. I love them all. I'll pay for everything. I promise. I won't touch them. Bubbles, come on, let's get these kids. I love the kids. Let's save the world. Let's please save the world. Please help us out. Tsunami, we're coming to help you. All you kids, we love you.
What is your problem, you insensitive asshole?
God damn it, are you fucking with me?
It's over, Johnny.
It is so.
You're fired. You're fired.
Wow, I never realized how much fun this is. Because usually it's us
listening
to other people's radio shows. Like, we knew what happened when we got the boot.
Oh, yeah.
Other people were really having a lot of fun and sport with it.
They sure were.
And is this what it feels like?
A little bit.
Now I can appreciate it.
Greg, real fast.
Yeah, how you doing? Two things. The tsunami just took, the death toll just went up another 5.
Yep.
And also, I hear that Psycho Mark is on Fox News telling the intricate details about this.
Where they're going to be turning up and what happened.
Yeah, the boys are fine and they got another job.
Yes. Miss Jones is negotiating right now. They were #1 in New York and Indonesia and Southeast Asia.
Very good, Greg.
What a dolt.
All right, so where's Eric? So now we have, what is this Asian rap thing?
From what I hear, it's what Hot 97 is playing. It was some Asian response.
Oh, okay, response to the Tsunami song.
To the Tsunami song.
All right.
And
Here
to
he comes,
that
all.
morning show.
Boss wants you.
Yeah, any background on this song? Who
No,
did it? Or
It was just emailed to Steve this morning that...
it's a Drew Boogie song?
This Asian rapper took it upon himself to make a response. And apparently leaked all over the internet, so they're playing it now, so we should play it.
Okay. That's true.
It's the only time that Jin is getting any airplay on Hot 97. So it's his chance to kind of...
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Who is Jin?
Jin is an Asian rapper. He's made songs before, but they didn't get any airplay.
Oh, so now they're giving him airplay?
Of course. Now he's
this
getting his
obviously
chance.
isn't him, is it?
I don't know. I haven't heard it. But if it's Jin, he's a good rapper, but, now he gets his chance.
Right. Now it's going to be like the Asian rap station over there to try to
so they're figuring
make up for it.
Let the Asians make fun a little bit, and then everyone will be happy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, boy.
Home of hip-hop and R&B. Yeah, right. What a joke. Uh-huh. When was hip-hop about being racist and being ignorant, huh? So
What?
Always?
Yeah, I don't know. When has hip-hop been about being racist? Have you ever listened to it, you jackass?
Being racist and being ignorant?
Oh, my God. Since it was its inception? That's when, after the Sugar Hill Gang, it's all been downhill and cop killing and white people stink. Jesus Christ, are you that deluded?
Come on. I can understand being upset at what they played, the Tsunami song, but let's not be silly here.
Yo, since when has hip-hop been about being racist? I don't know, since Eric B. and Rakim's in the ghetto, and there's a whole thing about how white people were born in caves and they were exiled from the original man. Stupid. Oh, my God, are you an ass?
Oh.
That's what it was based in. It was based in a response to what was angry, and
Right.
it came out racist a lot of times.
course it
I'm not
did.
saying all of it, but it's always had that tone to it.
The Sugar Hill Gang has been all
I said a hip hop, a hippity. I don't want to offend nobody. A hip hopper, you don't stop, you're rocking.
Floating on by with a stick in her head. I said a hip, a hop, a hippity hop.
A hip hop, hippie up the beach real quick because the big wave's coming.
Sometimes I'm going under.
Yeah, well, the guy's delusional. We're never going to get through the song. You know that.
I know.
Yeah, right. What a joke. Since when was hip-hop about being racist and being ignorant, huh? So don't take a Tell me that. I'm only gonna say this once. Somebody gotta say it. Word. Check it. Talk to him. You got it twisted if you think I'm here to cock block on a bunch of no talent wannabe shock jocks. Nah. And they say it's all freedom of speech. Well, you just lost yours. Read them and weep. Won't be happy till you're fired. My peoples is pissed homes. And I bet you not a soul will miss Jones. Miss who? My point exact. And tell the rest of your staff that they need to clean up they act. Fuck the Tsunami song and whoever thought of it. Matter of fact, fuck the engineer that recorded it.
Yeah.
And the brains behind the scenes that applauded it. Anything for greatness, huh? This shit is corporate. That little bullshit statement has gotta be the world's most half-assed apology. Thousands are still getting discovered each day. How dare you compare a life to a week's pay? Come on. Interesting, y'all quick to have a smack fest, but those that really need to ain't get slapped yet. And it's rare that I'm even rapping pissed. Jen is far from a human rights activist.
Can I say I despise this Eminem ripoff? What is he going to sing next? I'm Slim Shady. You stink, and you're not original. What? He's an Eminem ripoff from
Not
The
just
Voice.
Not really. You know something? Eminem kind of projects himself as still being a white guy when he raps.
Yeah.
This guy, I mean, you could say everything you want, but you're really ripping off a culture by doing this type of music. He's rapping and really putting on the whole black thing. He's ripping off a culture's music type to bash, people of that culture in song.
And he's still,
I don't get it.
His whole persona, his whole inflection is Eminem. That's exactly what it is.
Can we go to the rap expert, please, Drew Boogie?
All right.
Drew Boogie?
Well, he
I think he's got some skills.
He does have skills. He's not ripping off anything. He's probably been
I think
hanging
the
around
whole
black
thing is
kids all his
ripping off
life.
the culture.
No, Eminem, I mean, he's ripping off. His voice is so completely, his inflection, everything he's doing is Eminem.
Unless,
that's true,
Here's
yeah.
what I feel, personally. If you're not black and you sound like this, you're ripping off a culture. It's not... No, because I've heard the things before through history, like the white man's ripping off the black man's music and stuff. Rock and roll was adapted by white people. and
From blues, yeah.
Yeah, and it comes off sounding like white people doing rock music, and we enjoy it. We love it. Everybody loves it. Black people doing rock, that's fine. White people doing rock, fine. But this type of music, to get on, it's an imitation. It's an Asian guy doing a black man imitation. I could never get into this when white guys or Asian guys and stuff are just putting on this imitation of black people. Yeah, this is a black dialect, a black accent, if you will. And it doesn't come across as sincere or honest. Yep. It sounds silly to me.
Well, you could tell, but he's one of those guys that's been probably hanging around black people all his life, so that's all he knows.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go
it happens.
In prison, I mean, the accent, you can't tell the difference between black guys and white guys a lot of time. I mean, except for the Aryans. But I mean, I think it all depends on where you're raised. Like, I think you're right. This guy is probably just putting on he's putting on his hip-hop face. But there are guys that are raised in certain areas that just speak a certain way because that's what they were raised with.
I just can't stand it.
I don't like it either because I think it's disingenuous. When it's honest, I don't mind it. But if this guy's, just trying to be, he's just trying to get airplay. And to me, he's ripping off Eminem.
It's like 50 Cent coming out and doing a Pat Boone song.
I would kind of like that.
I would like to hear that.
You want to hear that?
50 cents?
That would be fun to hear.
50 cents?
All right, is the Survivor girl getting uncomfortable out there? We'll get her on in a few minutes.
Tell her to sit with Pat from Munaki, who's waiting out there. He could chat with her.
Huh?
Hey, Survivor, I'm a survivor, but my toe isn't.
Yeah, Jin is exerting a lot of anger from not getting the light that he wants to get in general.
Yeah.
Then there's this on top of it where he doesn't like the racial epithet.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the song.
Activist, so don't take this in a political fashion. Nope, it's just a good old lyrical passion. In fact, I'm making it a mission of mine. Won't stop till every last petition is signed. Hip hop is designed to unify the masses, and we demand that you be denied the access. Radio is whack, yo, somebody gotta say this. Same 5 songs on every single playlist, and bad karma's the worst way to go. So I pray that God has mercy on your soul. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna have something to say about this whole situation. Cause for some odd reason, whenever some shit like this happens in regards to my peoples in the society, in the media, it always manages to get swept under the rug or end up right below the radar for some reason.
What kind of rug?
Like
Oriental?
it never happened. But let it be any other race and this shit would have been hit the fan. All my soldiers out there, it's time for our voices to be heard, yo. It's no more of that shit. But I got love for everybody, whether you black, white, Hispanic. That's why I love hip-hop, cause it brings us all together. I'm just saying, don't let it be your peoples that they dissing next time, making fun of their tragedies just for a cheap laugh. You sitting there like, what the fuck? Know what I'm saying? So yo, keep them emails going through, man. Keep them complaint letters going out. Keep them phone calls going into the radio station and the sponsors, telling them how you feel and what a fucked up move they made. Let them know. Let them know it's about the people. And shout out to Miss Info, too. Keep your head up, ma. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real hip-hop. Keep them emails coming to the station and the sponsors, yo. You douchebag.
Turn the bullshit off.
And by the way, hip-hop was made to unify the masses. No, it wasn't, stupid. That's exactly the opposite reason of why hip-hop was being done. You asshole. It was not done to unify the masses.
No.
Yeah, that's what Cop Killer was about by Ice-T. Unifying the masses, getting folks together. Good point.
Oh, you're so right, man.
Yeah, that's what Snoop and all the songs he does, all about getting people together and the gang stuff. Yeah, you're right. Good point. Yo, y'all, keep them emails coming. He can't help but being Asian. Yo, make sure you get A's in math, yo. Yo, make sure you walk on that back before you jerk them off at the end, yo. Yo, keep them baskets from tipping over on the bikes.
Hey, you think that's funny? His first song was Y'all Gonna Speak Chinese.
Really?
Yes.
Is that the guy you were talking about?
Jin.
Oh,
that is Jin.
I don't want to be whack.
And here's the audio from CNN as we try to wrap up this little segment here.
New York radio station Hot 97's in trouble for airing a song parody of the Tsunami that was filled with anti-Chinese slurs. Listen.
Oh, listen.
Filled?
You could hear the screaming chant. Little Chinaman swept away. You could hear God laughing, swim, you bitches, swim.
It's Rick again. It's pretty funny, right? 200,000 people killed over there. The song was bad enough. Then the radio host, some idiot named Tasha Jones, got mad when another newsreader, Miss Info, who is Asian, objected to the objected to the song during a live broadcast. One of the co-hosts, a clown named Todd Lynn, interjected then saying, "I'm going to start shooting Asians." City council members, Asian American advocacy groups, furious, as they should be. The song played on the station's morning show for several days, which is a tribute to the wisdom of the management over at that place. It was finally pulled on Friday. The station's owned by MS Communications. They've apologized, and Miss Jones and her staff have donated a week's salary to the tsunami relief efforts. Critics say it's not enough. They want federal fines, a stronger apology, and for the morning show crew to be summarily fired. Here's the question: how should radio station Hot 97 that aired the tsunami song be punished? One guy said they ought to send them over to the tsunami area where you were for a week or so and let them see what happened as a result of this tragedy, and then have them come back and report on how funny they think it is.
They can work it out. You know, I mean, I think that's right.
But they didn't play the song just once, right?
They played, no, they
which
played for
is
several
why
days, as I
the
mentioned.
I mean,
what were they thinking?
At the risk of saying something inappropriate, I really am just going to say.
She's seldom at a loss for words.
Well, the management, what are they thinking about?
I mean, why don't they find? I mean, that's not a wardrobe malfunction. That's a brain malfunction, right? I mean, that's serious stuff.
So we're going to spend the next couple hours of beating the hell out of that radio station.
Good.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Yeah, look how good we are. Stop.
Douchebags.
Nothing speaks louder than the thought of lost dollars. The hurtful Hot 97 should lose at least 97 sponsors for their irresponsibility. This is letters that are being written. And be shut off for 97 days for their callous stupidity.
Ugh.
These are letters that are coming into CNN.
Oh, CNN's loving this. They got something to talk about
They love
today.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't give a crap.
Like
Trust
they
me.
didn't exploit the tsunami by just day after day after day showing bloated dead bodies on the beach.
That's acceptable.
Stop. Everyone's exploiting everything. Relax. Don't be so high and mighty.
Even that stupid rapper was exploiting it. You
Really?
gotta love it.
Of course. What's up?
Sorry, Ben threw me a note. Eric, you got an update here?
Yeah, real quick. They're playing that song 2 to 3 times an hour. They're interviewing the guy right now, and they're having just an open forum whether you're for or against the show being suspended. That's the whole morning show.
They might try to keep these guys. They might try to ride it out, man.
Make something of it.
Absolute huge ratings if they keep the show.
I hope and I think they should absolutely keep it because, again, they screwed up, they apologized, move on.
Right.
It's not an FCC violation. I think that's a big thing that may help them. I bet your management goes down, and maybe even, unfortunately, Rick, because he was a producer. But management let it play 4 days. I'm sorry, Miss Jones and Todd don't make that decision over management.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's a little more audio.
You're fired. You're not suspended. You're not on temporary leave. You're fired.
Ouch.
All right. Ben was telling me that the Survivor girl has to leave at 8.
Oh.
At 8?
Well, should we get her in here? We didn't know that.
10 minutes, huh?
Because my arm hair
Trust
is really
me, 10
like,
minutes is plenty.
My arm
let's
hair
get
is
her
really
in here.
wispy.
All right, bring her in.
I have wispy arm hair.
We're having a really good show, and this could be another
The breaks.
This could be the cooler.
Hi, Drew.
Hey, Drew's coming over on this side.
Hey, Ben, are you in your little short sweatshirt going to open the door?
Look
God
how
almighty.
muscular Ben looks in his tight sweatshirt.
Oh, it's awful.
I actually, I saw Ben. I'm like, Ben, are you losing weight, or is that shirt
Just
just
a tight
tiny?
shirt.
Why is your hair red and you're running around with a knife killing people like a doll?
Chucky.
Sorry for the wait, ladies. Hi, how are you?
We didn't know you had to leave at 8,
We were
Jenna.
learning how to kill people out there.
Really?
Really fun.
You know,
Oh, Master Poe's
Grabbing and
teaching
pulling
you?
groins. I'm so.
Master
Yeah,
Poe's
we
got
like
to
that.
calm down. Master Poe's our assigned killer, and this was something I wanted to bring up on the air, and this is a perfect time to do it. Every person that walks through the door to come into our radio show, they have to listen to Master Poe talk about how you could defend yourself.
It's like you're walking into Cobra Kai. It's amazing.
Did the guy outside explain how to do jumping jacks with only 9 toes? The fat man, did he happen
No,
to...
we missed that lesson.
That's Pat from Munaki.
Yeah.
He's a hack.
Hey,
He's awful, and he has diabetes, and they hacked one of his toes off. So
Ew, gross.
yeah, really gross. So what did Master Poe teach you?
We learned how to kill people, but most excited we know how to grab and twist and pull the groin area. I'll be using that one like tomorrow.
Is that a self-defense tactic or something for the bedroom?
Well, it depends.
Sounds a little fun.
He teaches people the fish hook and all sorts of things.
Grabbing the
Yeah.
mouth and stuff. He taught you that?
Poke in the eyes.
Yeah, Master Poe's all about
good.
that. Every day he's showing someone how to defend
Teaches
himself.
everyone that comes in. Perhaps you should just, let the people fill out the paperwork and not give them instruction on killing other human beings.
Sorry,
why
we
not?
didn't know you had to leave. We feel bad.
That's okay.
No one told us.
Yeah. So what do you got? Other interviews and whatnot?
I guess.
Is that what they do now?
Yeah,
you,
that's
you
what we
kind of
do
win,
now. All
and then
one,
they just
all in
send
one
you
day.
All in one day, one
Yeah.
after another, right?
One after another.
The same stupid questions, right? What's the
Well-
question you're asked the most?
Was it fun?
Was it fun?
No. Does it look like fun?
No.
It kind of looks like fun.
No.
It's better than going to work 9 to 5 every day.
Here's the other one you're asked all the time. Why did you decide to join? Why did you decide?
$1 million. That's rocket science.
That's nice.
Yeah, $1 million, huh?
Yeah.
You're going to pay taxes on it or be like...
I did. I'm not...
Be like dummy.
Not like Hatch.
Dumb homo.
Oh, that's right. He's
what the hell is he doing?
I just saw him, too.
He's in big trouble, right?
He says he's not going to jail, though. I'm
Really?
sure he might like it, though.
He can make that decision for himself?
Yeah,
I'm not
well,
going to jail.
He said, I'm not going to jail.
No.
Playground for him. Prison.
Let's hope he doesn't walk around naked in
Jesus.
prison.
Yeah, he's really awful for a gay man. This guy's in awful shape.
He doesn't have the gay man look to him, yeah. Jim, pull your shirt down and stop scratching, please.
Whoa.
You hear how she laughed at you?
No, it's okay.
I didn't laugh at you. I was laughing with you. He was laughing at you.
Right,
we can tell when
Well, we
girls are
laugh
laughing.
at him every day, but you were laughing.
Were you laughing at his wispy arm hair?
I
Look
think
how
they make
hairless
fun of him.
Jimmy
He has
is.
no arm
Good,
hair.
that's
He is like the
gross.
most hairless guy. No, I understand. Like you don't want a big like beaver up your arm, but he's got like the wispy. Feel that hair? It's like so fine.
It's like cotton candy.
I like it.
Like
Less to
cotton
get in the
candy.
way.
Yeah, you don't like a hairy guy. You got like a guy that shaves.
No, well, there's a fine line.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a fine line between non-hairy and stripper.
Because there's guys that actually shave. We had a discussion on
There's
this.
guys in the
Shave
studio that shave.
their chest hair and their
Well, if you have a lot of
nether
chest
region.
hair.
I trimmed down the chest hair a little bit, and I shaved the package.
Okay.
Ugh.
Not like, I mean, just keep it nice and clean.
Disgusting, man.
That must be a new thing for guys to like.
It is that you know what it is. It's guys watching porno movies, going, "Hey, guys are doing
stop
this." No,
watching porn. They're
porn
not a
stars
good
and gay
example.
guys are shaving.
Would you like a
anything
nice,
down there?
hairy sack?
No, but it's not really comfortable to imagine you guys down there like maneuvering around with a
with a
razor and
blade.
pulling things up. And
You got to be very careful. Yeah,
Lift
it's
your
just
back.
not attractive at all.
Yeah, it's awful. I don't.
And that's the
shave.
first thing we think about when we see it. We're like, oh, he was shaving. That's gross.
Yeah, and then it gets in your head like you're picturing him pulling around
Yeah.
like silly putty.
Yeah.
Trying to like
Gross.
get under there like Turkish taffy.
Gross.
Oh, it's disgusting. Big
Wow.
fruit roll up stuck to your leg.
No, I will never eat a fruit roll up again.
No, and you shouldn't.
So why haven't we seen you naked yet? I mean, you were in Playboy, right?
Yeah.
Why haven't I seen this yet?
Well, you missed a good issue.
Which issue was it?
August of 2003.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was too busy, like, hiking
You
the
were
Grand
too busy
Canyon.
shaving. That's
Right.
probably why
The
you
Grand
missed it.
Canyon. You look beautiful.
What was what was they spread, as they say? What was it?
It was a
titled?
layout. We don't call it a spread.
You don't call it a spread? I always liked that it was called a spread.
It wasn't. It was actually pretty tame.
Yeah, I see your spread.
Yeah.
Isn't that awful?
Dude, I saw your spread. I'm like, no, you didn't, and
No.
you never will.
What was the strangest thing about that whole...
Well, doing it with somebody else is always weird because
You didn't-
like you're trying to be sexy, but you're like your ass is in my face. and
Oh.
stuff. It's really not as hot as it seems like it is.
Little awkward.
So you did it with another girl. Did you know her?
Yeah, she was on Survivor with me.
Oh, I don't...
Oh wow! Were you guys on the show when you actually did the shoot or before?
No, we did it right after I won. The day after.
Was it called the Girls of Survivor or something?
No, it was just called Survivor Girls. They said Survivor
Well, that's
Girls
that's
clothes get
completely
voted
different.
off.
Yeah. I didn't
Clothes get voted off.
Yeah.
Very clever.
I didn't see it. My friend saw it, and he's like, "That's really hot." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah."
Okay, cool. That's cool.
What an ass!
I didn't see it though, but I want to.
He gets paid the big bucks to say stuff like that
But to
on
say-
our
to
on our
say
show.
the really cute
yeah.
stuff.
Was that the first time you posed nude, or was it like you took pictures
Yeah, I don't
with
really-
boyfriends or anything?
No, I don't
Never
do
did
any of
that.
Shit.
No,
Not that I know.
It's
of.
got to be for
not
the
that I
cash.
can remember.
Gotta be
Yeah,
for
it's
the
got to be for
cash.
cash. If you're gonna take it off, you might as well get paid for it.
Good idea. You make a good dime on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were really popular at the time.
Oh, at the time, why?
No,
what's happening?
I still am now. I started my own business,
Okay.
Model Challenge USA. It's a model search.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Well, a lot of the reality people that are on these other reality shows,
Yeah, they
especially,
suck, though.
They really think that they're going to be just huge in entertainment for the rest of their lives.
That's their problem. They think that they're a big actor, and you're totally not. You have 15
Yep.
minutes, and you better do something with it that's going to make money. People think, oh, I'm going to be an actress. No, you're not.
Yeah,
no one really cares. You're going to go to L.A. and you're going to work at the Saddle Ranch, or you're going to be a waiter.
And it's worse if you didn't win.
And you're going to
then
get
you don't even have the
tampon
money.
commercials or Midol commercials.
And then even that goes away because as soon as the new Survivor starts, and no offense, the other ones are kind of thrown on the back burner
you have
a
to
little
kind
bit,
of
right?
do something to make yourself stand out because there's so many shows on now. So that's why I started my business.
And this
So
is a
extend
model
my
search.
fame.
How does that work?
It's a model challenge, though. Like different venues all over the country will have their own model challenge, and then they'll pick a winner, and all the winners will come to the finals in October, and we'll crown a Miss Model Challenge USA, and they'll win like a modeling contract, all that jazz. Because all the people that I met through Survivor are all in the entertainment business, so I'm like, hey, you want to help out?
Right.
Yeah, my dad always said the people you see up are the people you see on the way down, so you got to be nice to
That's
everybody.
terrific. Yep.
Isn't that what Ed Norton said or Ralph Cramden? Be kind to the people you meet on the way
have
up.
to.
Yes.
Because it's the same people you're going to meet on the way down.
Because the only place to go from up is back down.
Has your lifestyle changed because of the money? You got family like ragging you for cash?
No, you know what? I only had one ex-boyfriend who called me and said, I helped you make your video for Survivor.
Oh, boy.
Just Survivor video, that's it. And all he did was hold the camera, and he's like, you should pay for my college. I'm like, I'm not paying for shit.
How old was this guy you were dating?
Dick.
He's like, I don't even remember, but he sucks. And I was like, click.
Wow. But he was the one that kind of
He's the
filmed
only
for your
one that
audition?
called. Yeah, well, he held the camera. I could have put it on a tripod, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, then the tripod will be calling.
Yeah.
Come on, give me money.
Yeah, I held the camera up. You owe me. But that's the only person. I had some people who were like, some random family members were like, oh, I can't pay for this. I'm like, are you trying to ask me to pay for it in a subtle way?
Yeah. All of a sudden, money conversations
I felt
come
a
up.
lot of pressure to get everyone good Christmas gifts that year, though.
Yeah, isn't that a bitch?
Yeah, because you can't, and then you're like, oh, I'm kind of the rich person. I have to buy. I can't go to get him a gift certificate to the mall.
I was going to
anymore.
say, Best Buy.
That really sucks, and
$50.
it's so true. When we first signed like a pretty good contract, 30 million, and the family knows it. You go
they
to
expect
Christmas
gifts.
I'm over at Grandma's house, and I'm backing in the truck for all the presents that are coming out because they expect it.
You can't go buy anybody chocolates anymore. It's got to be like.
I got you a mug with "World's Best Uncle" on it or something.
It
No,
doesn't-
it better be filled with hundreds.
And then you have
idiot.
to outdo yourself the next year.
Yeah, but I didn't. I went with I'm very inconsistent with my gifts. Like I got my sister a big screen television, like a 60-inch television, high definition, and I got my brother a T-shirt or something. I'm really
I'd be
inconsistent.
pissed.
It keeps them on their toes though.
Well, no, it keeps them mad.
really mad.
You shouldn't expect a good gift from them either. Remember, they have to give you a gift too.
What did you buy for yourself? Anything cool?
A couple. No.
Nothing good for you.
A couple strippers.
Nice.
Strippers.
No. Yeah, sometimes though. But not real expensive ones.
Where do you live?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, I'm going to be there in a few weeks.
All right.
What?
At the Improv.
Oh, don't.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, right before Super Bowl Sunday. I'll be there next week, actually.
Oh, Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Are you
were
going?
a Steelers fan?
No. Well, you have to be or you're killed at birth.
It's true. It's kind of like I lived in Buffalo. The same thing with the Bills up there in Buffalo.
Yeah,
you
city's
have
all
to root
bummed
for the
out.
home team.
Everyone's all depressed.
Yeah,
You
that was
guys,
before the game that they lost.
you guys choked is what you did.
I didn't choke.
Well, I know, but
They did.
They
did.
choked.
Yeah, but
She's a winner.
See, Ben is a Pats fan, and he
I
feels
hate
like
you.
he has something to do with them winning. So
Oh, we all hate him
We
anyway.
were-
Him and his Red Sox and Patriots. Now it's the best year ever. It's the best year ever. It's our year.
God.
Go Pats. Go Sox.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You got to be loyal to a team, though. Like when I was a kid, I would always root for the same team. My father would always go, "You got to like them when they're down as well as when they're up."
Yeah,
I'd go,
you
think
have
so?
to.
And he'd go, "Yeah, man, you gotta."
You can't be a fair weather fan.
No.
They'll kill you for that. Or they
Yeah.
will in Pittsburgh at least.
Yeah, they'll
I
kill
don't
you
even
anyway.
go to my own Steeler games 'cause I'm afraid of the fans because they're so mean.
They're animals.
Yeah.
for
They're
football.
insane.
Animals.
I'm actually glad they lost because now I don't have to compete with that, like all those pre-Super Bowl parties. I
Yeah,
don't wanna deal with that.
you'll never beat us. There was big banners going into the city like Steelers rule, Patriots suck. I'm like, well, welcome to the city.
Yeah. You didn't buy anything good like a car?
I
yourself
bought
a
my
car?
dad one of those H2s,
oh, cool.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Very cool.
but they gave me a car when I won Survivor, so
Yeah.
I don't need
They
another.
gave you one?
Yeah, they gave.
that crappy car.
It's a Saturn and it's cute.
I
for
drive a
Christ's
Saturn.
sake.
Saturn.
What kind?
Exactly.
I have an
That
S
crappy
300.
car.
What kind do you
Goddamn
have?
hippie car.
Whatever one they gave me for free model.
Very safe car, good on gas.
It
I
is
like
very
it.
safe car, but I have a Jeep
Are you
too.
driving the Saturn?
I am driving the
Are
Saturn.
you really? Okay.
It's like
All
a
right.
little go-kart.
It's a hippie car.
Is it a hippie car?
Yeah,
I thought that was
it's
a
kinda
bug.
no, there's this whole cult with Saturn. like the people only buy Saturns.
They're
and
good
stuff.
cars. They're very reliable.
Yeah.
Amen.
Good. There
Good
you
point.
go.
But
Maybe
I have
they'll
a
give you
Jeep
another.
too, because I can't drive the Saturn in the winter in Pittsburgh. I'll never go anywhere.
See, a Jeep.
I have
right?
a Jeep.
Four-wheel
But my
drive.
dad has the H2, and it snows like 20 inches. He's like, I'm taking the car out. I'm like, you're an idiot. And it's like cruising around like in people's yards and stuff with the car, running over bushes.
That's a great car to get a dad.
Oh, he loves it.
H2.
He didn't pick me up at the airport one time because he was getting it washed. He's like, I can't take the car out. I just got it washed. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
But it's like, but I bought you that car. Now pick
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
up.
it's his now.
He loves that car, and he got all this crazy stuff on it, like camera inside and stuff like that. And the
Really?
yeah, and he has chrome everywhere. I'm like, Dad, what's going on? You're like, pimp my ride. I'm like, and you're my dad. It's kind of weird. But it's a huge car. I won't even drive it because it's like driving a tank.
Giant.
You can't drive that in New York City.
You should see trying to get in it as a task. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're
So
really
hang
high
on to
up.
one thing and hang on to the other, and then lift
Climb
your one
up.
leg up.
What a good daughter.
I
About that.
know. I'm
That's
so good.
kind of making up for the
I
naked
think-
pictures, though, I think. 'cause
Yeah.
Dads
Sorry
really don't like
about
that.
the naked pictures.
How
Here's
did
a car.
How did he feel about that?
I never really asked him because it's kind of creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
Would it
do
be
you
awful-
think? Do you think in your mind?
He
'cause
did
I'm sure
not
you
look
didn't
at
ask,
the
do you think he
pictures.
looked?
No, I know. I think obviously he saw the cover, but and then the pictures some of the pictures they showed on the TV when I did press were like had the little Playboy ribbon,
Right.
And that makes me a little uncomfortable. He saw the ribbon pictures.
He saw the ribbon pictures, but that
Yeah.
doesn't show much more than a bathing suit. And I'm sure.
No,
he's seen you in
the
a
ribbon
bathing
pictures
suit.
are fine, but I don't think he. I'm just hoping not because it'll give me nightmares.
Oh my God, that's rough. And what about his friends though? Aren't there
Yeah,
people?
that's the thing.
Hey, dude.
Dad's friends are
Dude,
like people
Friends,
you see.
uncles, please, they've all seen it.
Yeah.
Well, they come up to me and like when I'm with my dad, they're like, "Can you sign this picture?" And it's like naked, and I'm like, "There's like
Oh God.
boobs." I'm like, "Oh, can you get the hell out of here, you freak?"
He
Awkward.
definitely saw you.
Or when
He
people
definitely
come
saw
up,
the naked
He
pictures.
took some private moments
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh, without a
sometime
doubt,
to
definitely.
Open
I
it
don't
up.
like when
Probably
fans
took a
come
lot
up.
of thought and sat there for a while. And you're, okay,
I'll just look at
say
one.
it.
I'll just look at one.
Not in a
Just look at
creepy
one.
way, but just like, and I bet you at
Just
one point,
curiosity.
at one point it was like this.
Oh my God, Jimmy!
Just for 1 second, it went from
Oh,
I wish we could.
Like he accidentally flipped through. Oh, I didn't know it was this magazine she was in. Oh, I already went through it.
I wish we could
Yeah.
call your dad because that would be hilarious.
I don't like when fans come up and they're like, "I saw your spread in Playboy," and they have this. I'm like, and you don't have anything. They don't have anything else to tell you. They're just,
Yeah.
I saw your layout in Playboy. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's them
Now-
thinking you're gonna go. Oh, you did? You want to see me naked live?
Yeah.
We'll go to bed.
That's what people think. Just
Yeah.
because you got naked in the magazine, they like think you do it all the time. Like I go grocery shopping and I just like hang around and take off my top in the frozen food section.
Nice.
It's not like that's not how it works.
No,
It's not. They're like, would you ever do it again? I'm like, no. Why?
I got a camera.
Why? Yeah.
like-
Would you do Hustler or no? If they offered you enough money?
No
Because that
way.
scene is different than Playboy.
No, because you got to show pink.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Certainly can.
That's gross.
So that's the-
You do.
There was not even any crotch shots of me in that one.
No
See,
little-
that's why I hate Playboy.
Heidi accidentally. We proved some pictures and she missed a little bit of bush in one, and she's like, we
Really?
thought it finally came out. She's like, oh, there's like a big leaf missing where her crotch is.
How did you hide it? Were you turning like
There was
sideways?
like turned and plants and stuff and like.
But Bush is
vines.
okay, but pink isn't, huh?
Pink
that
is
how
not
some-
okay.
That's how some of the girls think.
Pink isn't even
We don't know.
attractive.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Are you kidding? I love those split shots where they're just naked doing the thumbs up, legs wide
I
open.
have never seen a split shot of someone going
Never
totally
seen the
cool.
thumbs up one. I don't know what he's reading.
I think headstand with the legs open should be
Oh,
the shot.
No,
I love
pink
that.
is
I
not
like
hot.
Pink.
Pink is like looking at balls. Balls are not hot.
They are.
Pink is
balls
hot.
are hot?
Yeah.
No.
Pink is definitely hot.
Pink
It
is
is.
not
If you don't
hot.
want to show it in a magazine, that's cool. But yeah, pink's hot.
it all depends.
Hey, how come she's tapping you saying we got to go? What's the matter?
No, they do have to go. They had
I
to
know.
leave
Yeah.
like 5 minutes ago.
I always said if it's nice and like everything's contained, then it's fine.
There's some.
If it looks like someone sneezed with a mouthful of Hubba Bubba, then no. We don't want to see it.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Hubba bubba.
We enjoyed this interview. I'm sorry you have to
I
go.
know.
I
I
really
know.
enjoyed having you on.
That's
These
Jenna.
are my girls back here that started the business with me.
Oh,
Model
so
challenge.
hi, girls.
Where do you guys have to go after here?
What? I don't know. Jen's my assistant for the day.
Where do you got to go next? PLJ, everybody.
PLJ. You're not going to Hot 97, are you?
No.
Go on their morning show and do Tsunami
Yeah.
songs?
PLJ.
No.
Oh, who's the DJs at PLJ? They stink.
Scott and Todd. Be
And
ready
I bet
for,
you they
be ready
don't
for a
like
lot of
pink.
this.
So what have you been doing since you got here? They stink.
Hey.
And I bet you they don't like pink either.
Yeah, you want no conversations about pink unless
Jenna.
it's Todd's shirt.
Jenna, while you're there, check out Scott's facelift. Oof.
Get out.
Yeah.
Did he have a
pretty
facelift?
good.
Now you're not even going to be able to concentrate on the interview.
I'm not. I hate you guys.
Yeah. just check out how tight his face
Really
is.
bad.
If he wants to lick his lips, he has to put a finger in his ass and his tongue pops out.
All right, we got to get her out of here.
All right.
The big plug, Jenna. What is it again?
It's modelchallengeusa.com.
All right.
ModelChallengeUSA.com.
Can we just like call you from time to time?
You can call me anytime.
You're
Are you
hot
kidding
and,
me?
and you're cool. And
Come in. We'll talk about.
can we get your dad on the phone? Because we know
could.
we know he saw your naked pictures, and we want to
He
see
would
what
probably
that was
laugh the whole entire
At
time.
some point, we would love to talk to your dad about that.
You
whole
could
thing.
call him. You could call me and call him. I'd love to come back on.
Let's do that. That would be very funny because we know he saw your pictures, and we want to walk through the whole thing.
We've never spoken to a
Did he have to
dad.
prepare? Did he do a bunch of shots?
Right.
You know.
He might have done some shots.
Yeah,
It's
you'd have
possible.
to. You'd have to.
Have to. Okay, call
Get
me.
a couple of quick pictures real quick before
Okay.
you go.
Jimmy's got to
Bye,
take
guys.
pictures.
Love her.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Jenna.
Thanks.
There she goes, Jenna, who won Survivor.
She got heels on. How tall are you?
5'7.5".
5'7.5".
5'8" when I.
Jenna Maraska.
Very cool.
All right.
Yeah, that's our little. It's pretty pathetic right now, but that's our photo gallery that we have.
We're gonna
there.
add you though. We're gonna add you. We're gonna add this one.
You can.
Yeah, we'll add that to our.
That's what we call our douche commercial.
Yeah. All right.
That picture of the two girls with their heads together. That does look
Butterflies in the hair, like oh,
nice.
we feel great.
Very douchish.
All right. There's Jenna Anthony. We should play something as we go to break here, so we can regroup. I don't know what to play though, man.
What do you got? You have nothing ready to go.
Bye, Jenna.
Take it easy.
No, I don't want to play that, Eric. I need something else.
I got something.
What? Is that a Tsunami song? Yeah. Oh, Drew Boogie.
She was really cool, man.
Wait, is this all your new remixes?
Yes, it is. Number 2.
Wow.
No, we'll play it live so we can give you the big plug and talk to Drew Boogie.
Okay.
You know, that'll waste some time. Yeah, we'll do that. Norm MacDonald talking about the
Yeah,
gay. We
gay
found this
guy.
clip yesterday. Finally, it's an old clip that we still have a lot of fun with, and couldn't be happier that we got this back on the new show.
Yeah.
It's the O&A virus. XM 202. XM News, Talk, Sports, and Information. It's everything all the time.
The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday on the Opie and Anthony program. If you need a WOW sticker, go to opieandanthony.com. Self-addressed stamped envelope to where we're broadcasting from, and we'll send a WOW sticker out to you. All right? Right. Steve is such a zero. Martini Steve. We're doing this Tsunami thing, the Tsunami song, talking about Hot 97, blah, blah, blah. A lot of national news programs are talking about it. And we're all hanging during the break, and Martini Steve's in here, and he sees Lionel Richie up on the screen on the Today Show, because the real song, We Are the World, is celebrating its 20th anniversary, I believe.
20th anniversary?
I think that was 1985, right?
I think they are going to re-release it and give some of the proceeds to the tsunami victims.
All right, so they're doing a little thing on that, and Lionel Richie is on with Katie Couric, I guess, and who's the other guy, Matt?
Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer. And all of a sudden, Martini Steve goes into panic mode and goes, "Oh my God, I got to run tape. I think Lionel Richie's going to comment about the Tsunami song." I'm like, "You zero."
Yeah, sure he is.
Way to be up on pop culture.
It's not that big, Steve. It's just a story. But
Dude, we're supposed to be a hip radio show. You should be up on pop culture.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my God, it's Lionel Richie. He's going to comment.
He's going to comment. Who was the guy doing the vocals on that? I want him.
Right.
He's a great singer.
Well, did you hear the American Hostage? He had the rifle pointed at his head, and he said, look, please stop playing that song,
right.
or Al Zarqawi will lock my head off.
Yeah. You go running out trying to record it. Wait a minute. I think that's it. Johnny Carson. Wait, Johnny Carson's up on. I think he commented on the Hot 97 controversy before he died.
Well, you do realize why I said that, and I'm not going to defend it. It was a moronic thing, and I regret it completely. But that song that Rick wrote, and I'm assuming he wrote it because he's constantly over the top, was done to the We Are the World.
We Are the World,
and that's why I said it. Having said that, it was still a moronic thing to say.
Yeah. So yeah, they're going to bring Willie Nelson and Steve Perry on for comments too.
I wouldn't mind seeing Steve
Springsteen.
Perry.
Let's hope that Ray doesn't win the Oscar because, he was in We Are the World, and maybe Jamie Foxx will make a Tsunami statement while accepting his award. This is big. You're right.
It's just one of those things. You walk in, you say it, and like half a second later, you're like, crap, I just fueled another. Yeah, oops.
Well, dude, did you see the flack that Prince Harry got by wearing that Hot 97 badge on his arm at that costume
Wasn't
party?
that awful? Steve ran out of the studio earlier. There was a clip of Star Trek on, and when he saw Sulu, he thought it was an Asian commenting on the Tsunami song.
Oh, my God.
He looks angry. He's firing phasers or something.
You really are the worst,
I
man.
stink. It was the dumbest thing I possibly could have said, and I'm completely and I'm so insulated in that other room.
He is a go-getter, though.
Oh.
He was all excited.
Yes.
He waddled out of the room.
Oh, he almost broke a leg when Hawaii 5-0 came on. He was sure it was a press conference. The Asian media.
I'm so insulated in that other room, and I pop my head out every once in a while, and I see Eric running 100 miles an hour to dive a tape into a tape player to tape something. I'm like, all right, I better stay alert. There's probably something going on, and the one time I catch something, it's completely the wrong
Did
thing.
you said Lionel Richie's in the comment? No, people wouldn't ask his opinion if Nicole Richie wrote that song.
Well,
no one cares what he thinks.
You know what? The logic being, he wrote the original song with Michael Jackson, so
He's too busy. He's too busy dancing on the ceiling.
Exactly.
He can't
Yeah.
be bothered, Steve.
But
What are
somebody
you
defiled his-
hibernating, Steve, or something?
Say Tsunami, floating on the ceiling. I can't think of any more Lionel Richie songs.
All right,
so
well,
I'm not a fan.
Pat Munaki from...
Hello?
Yeah.
Is the phone at the other end of this underwater?
Is it me or blah, blah, blah? Uh-oh, hope the old Asian DJ doesn't write a rap about us. Yo, y'all motherfuckers on satellite. Yuck.
Is that a tree going through your head?
Is God laughing at you?
Well, Pat from Munaki's here, guys.
Yes, we've been looking at him out the window the whole time.
And he brought Steve a present.
Yeah, a present.
Do you want to show everybody what Pat from Munaki brought you? We'll describe it for the radio.
Pat from Munaki. Now he's a big star on the message board on Whackbag. He's a big star. He's got his own thread going and everything. Pat from Munaki.
We couldn't even get him in the other day. We had to get him a couple days in advance, book him.
Oh, I know.
He had to be booked.
Availability. We got to check his availability.
Yeah.
There it is, Steve.
No, well, should we bring Pat from Munaki
Bring
in here?
Pat in.
Yeah,
All right, Steve, go to that mic then.
Yeah.
Here, lift that mic up. All right.
Over there.
You're over there. Oh, well.
Here's Pat from Munaki.
How you doing, Pat?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, good, good.
Hey, get closer to
There
the mic.
it is.
All righty.
All right. Get closer to the mic.
Feel a little gay right now.
These guys love you for some reason. I don't get it. I got to be honest. I don't get the whole Pat from Munaki.
How can you not get it?
But a lot of people, they say
Those headphones, dude. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You gotta
it's
get
their
those headphones.
It's their new favorite thing on the Opie and Anthony program.
Well,
So, Pat,
Yes?
you were the winner of the eggnog drinking contest. Of course, here's the winning audio when you finally had a puke.
I don't think you can hear it.
Well, I'm not playing for him.
Right.
And since that famous appearance, these guys have been obsessed with you.
That's his little. I love his little comments, his little jokes. They're just the best. Comes up and just right off the cuff will come out with a funny little line.
Is this one of your comments talking about the morning show?
Yes.
You said this outside?
Yes, I did.
And
What is it?
I chink they're in trouble.
I think they're in trouble. That's outrageous.
Ovaltine. Shouldn't it be called Roundtine? The glass is round.
Okay. Well, what are you going to do? The big smile comes on, the little smirk like that. I tried. I gave it a go.
My dogs are barking.
Gotta be in it to win it. Ooh. Now I know what that means.
All 9 of
The car
them.
crash.
Yes, it's a car
Now,
crash.
Pat,
Yes.
you've been on Whackbag and posting things, and one thing you posted was a picture that is disgusting.
What is it?
He posted a picture of his foot right before and after they lopped his toe off because of diabetes.
Really?
Yes.
Yes. One of his toes. Now,
Sort of like that.
he's doing the old pull your finger off your hand gag, which is a sight gag, but grass anyway. It's awful. So, yeah, you lost a toe.
Yeah, I'm hoping to find it somewhere.
Oh my God, he's awful.
That's not bad.
Let's see.
I tried.
One of the. Are you reading one of his posts?
Not really.
It's about what he eats. Like they've whittled you down on the message board now, where you have to explain to people what you eat because they were yelling at you for drinking so much eggnog.
You deserve to have your arms and legs cut off.
Yeah, some people are saying you deserve to just be a head.
Can he read his post? Maybe Pat could read his own post if you have a post, because this way people could hear him read what he wrote.
All right.
Yeah.
What did the guy write to you, Pat, first?
He wrote, holy shit, I'm a diabetic. You just scared the fuck out of me. You're a fucking idiot. I don't even drink because I don't want to lose a toe, and you do 70 shots of eggnog?
A lot of diabetics, well, I'll just say, were very angry with you for coming in here and doing so much eggnog, which has a lot of sugar in it, and thinking that you were stupid for doing that.
Yeah, well, my point was I threw most of it up.
Right.
What was your email response?
My email.
Wait, continue that.
Oh, I think it was done.
Easy there, Sparky. First of all, I puked.
Wait, no. Continue with the.
Oh, okay. You could have gone into a diabetic coma during the show. Did you even take insulin before the contest? What a moron. You deserve to lose a toe. See my toe? Now you don't.
He wrote that?
Why, yes, he did.
What'd you respond?
Wrote that.
I responded, easy there, Sparky. First of all, I puked almost all of it up. See video. Secondly, since my toe was chopped off, my daily diet consists of 12 ounces of tea, everything sweetened with Splenda, of course, 4 eggs for breakfast, 2 chicken breast halves, and 5 cups of spinach for dinner. Thirdly, about once a week, I go to a movie and have a large popcorn with butter and a Diet Coke. And
Fourthly,
really? Yeah. I go out maybe 10 times a year, mostly O&A related stuff. Belmar, Hammerstein, the Downtown, Cherry Darts, Brian Regan, Eggnog Contest, etc. Fifthly, those few times I go out, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. You're right, I did deserve to lose my toe. My sugar was 465 when I went in the hospital, and it was high for a long time. Currently, my sugar's between 100 and 200. Not bad since I have no health insurance. Oh. Complications occur when it's out of control for a long time. That's the type 2 version, that is. And if I lose anything else, I'll deserve that. Sixthly, hey, I won a MiFi. Whee!
Wee. Isn't that what one of the little piggies said?
Wee,
all the way
off. Which one got cut off?
Wee, all the way to the dumpster.
My fourth... Yeah, that's what I call the ring toe.
The ring toe?
The fourth one on the
Oh, man,
right
can I
foot.
see that?
That was the little piggy that stayed home.
All right, let's see the toe.
How long ago did you have this hacked off?
It was... First, I noticed a little redness in the toe.
Okay, yeah, give me the build-up.
Not to trim your toenails with a butter knife after that, which is true.
What do you mean?
Why a butter knife?
I didn't have a nail clipper.
Butter? I don't even know her. What are you going to do?
And, trying to balance myself.
Oh, he's going to fall.
That's rough.
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Let me see.
Oh, wow.
Look like Fred Flintstone over here.
Holy, wow.
Let's see.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Where's that picture? Up on whackbag.com?
Oh, dude, it is so heinous.
It's right after it's in the hospital room.
It's right after the operation, and it looks like someone
They didn't
took
even
a hatchet.
suture it up. They didn't
like,
suture it up, and it closes naturally.
It looked like a hatchet wound.
You know,
like they took an axe and put it between his toes.
It's more a wow, and I'll tell you why. I'm not grossed out because they did I don't know. It healed great. It just looks like... It looks... Yeah, I mean, he has 4 toes, but it looks very natural in a weird way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I understand, but I thought there'd be a huge... I thought there'd be a huge space in between the toes or something. It's
there was that right after, but it's sort of...
Yeah, it's like a cartoon character.
That's pretty wild.
Is your balance off?
No, I was worried that it might be because I'm holding up a lot of weight here. And, no, it's fine.
It's fine?
Yeah.
All right, well, you brought Martini Steve a little present.
Yes, he did.
Want to describe your
I saw
present,
those
Steve,
in,
for everybody?
Big and tall casual mail.
Uh-huh.
Big and tall casual mail? Is that where you shop?
Yeah, these are Big Dog's boxer shorts with flames and hot rod in flame writing on the back.
Oh, hot rod.
Yeah.
Right on your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like insert here. And
Hot rod on a warm bear.
I
wear the button out.
And I thank you, Pat. I had no idea they made things like this. I have this aficionado for
aficionado. I suck today.
No, you're all right.
Affinity, wrong company.
Oh, wait, Lionel Richie's going to talk about these on.
Affinity. Working for XM now.
I have this affinity for flame clothing, and I'm not even aware that half this stuff exists. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Pat.
So you're going to wear those?
Not right now, but yes, I will.
You'd wear them around the house, maybe?
Yeah, around the house. This is like sleeping in boxers because they're very the material's very thick. I can imagine you'd sweat a lot in these.
Why do you sleep in boxers?
As opposed to
naked,
nude.
Yeah.
You know,
I sleep naked.
Yeah. What is he going?
Nah, it's not. It's not. It's
Pat,
no thanks.
Is it true you brought other things?
Pastries.
Oh, pastries.
Yeah.
Pastries. Oh. You been eating any of those?
Steve requested.
It was actually said half in jest, and he actually showed up with them, so that was very cool.
You aren't eating those, though,
No,
right?
I usually, last time I had them put the string over the box to keep me from getting to them.
All right, tied it up.
Yeah,
because you dig right in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're even shaped like little toes. You don't want to eat one of those.
Little cannoli.
All right. I'm sort of starting to get it.
You're warming up to him.
I'm getting it. All right.
Pat.
I'm lovable.
He's lovable.
Any other things you want to get off your chest there?
Yeah.
Anything in the news?
Anything in the news?
No.
I guess I'll have to watch the news now.
He's got nothing. He's got nothing.
What is this now? This is Philbin Transport.
That's me. I figured I could go to Washington, D.C. for your sound machine won't end up on the other side of the country. Take it door to door, direct.
What do you transport now? Only you don't transport
anything that'll fit in a van.
Oh, okay, products.
Yeah.
That's your job?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So if something has to go from point A to point B, you're the man to call.
Yes.
Instead of like FedEx or UPS.
Yeah, FedEx, they could track it so you'll know it's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
In the wrong place.
They're annoying, though, with their planes and stuff like that. I'd rather have just you in a van battling down 95.
Just drive it there. What the hell?
Yeah, as long as I don't tell a joke, I won't crash.
And there's no tracking the package when it's with, so the guy can't look and say, oh, he's in front of O&A's studio again.
Oh, yeah, you got my phone number. You can call me. I'm on the road.
That's pretty much the tracking. Hello, Pat, where are you?
It's here.
All right.
Right here.
Well, Kevin in Brooklyn has something. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, did Pat go to the hospital in an ambulance or a tow truck?
A tow truck.
Pat didn't hear him.
Drew, give him the headphones for a little bit. We'll get to Drew next. Cigars and scotch. What's going on?
Hey, that last joke Pat told. It's totally totaled.
Totaled.
Total. Cigar and scotch. This guy posts on Whackbag, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's actually funny, man. He posts some really funny stuff.
All right, cool. Whackbag.com. All right, Pat, I don't know. You could hang out there for a little bit. We'll have you back in for the rest of the show.
I told my dogs that I'd bring them home a treat from the hospital, but they wouldn't let me keep the toe. Ow! Oh, neck brace.
Well, what are you going to do?
Ow, neck brace.
Hey, I threw it out there.
Yeah. Like the eggnog.
It was all done in a good-natured kind of way. Happy.
I hope this frog lives.
Can I ask, if you own your own business, why don't you insure yourself so you have health insurance?
Because it costs a lot of money.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense.
Fair enough. Yeah, there you go. I had to buy my fire.
Oh, you won a my fire.
It cost a toe anyway.
Wow, they're just piling up.
Yeah, they really are.
All right.
There he goes.
Pat from Munaki. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Pat. You could limp your way out and take a seat.
We'll have you back in.
Yeah.
If you have anything that you want to comment on, just kind of raise your hand, and we'll bring you back in.
You have carte blanche today. You can just raise.
What's up, Ben?
If you want to put a light bulb in your mouth. Oh, Pat.
Yes?
All right, Drew Boogie in the studio. Drew does a lot of the great mixes that you hear on the show.
Oh, yeah. Been with us for years now.
Did a great job with that Asian rap that they heard on 97 today. Congratulations.
You sounded real angry. Fantastic. What are you looking for, I
gave him the big introduction. That's where you say hi.
Oh, hi.
And while you're saying hi and just shooting the S here. I was trying to find your Drew Boogie remix. CD.
It's by your left arm.
No, I got that one. I was looking for the old one.
Oh, okay.
We'll find it. Whatever. All right. So you got a couple new remixes that you brought in today.
Yeah. Decided to try and have some fun with Tourette's.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's the first track we're gonna hear?
Number 2. I did a lot of work with Demented World this time.
Okay.
What I didn't do last time.
Well, what about the first track?
The first track is like, you know, a song length. You don't want to go to that right away. That's the better one, so I want to do the other one first.
Oh, you're smart. Okay.
What, Eric?
Pat had a quick question.
Pat had a quick question. All right.
Opie, don't you have a cat?
Sort of.
Uh-oh. That sounds weird. If you have a cat, why do you have a mouse problem?
Because I had 2 places, and the cats might be somewhere else now.
Oh, never mind.
Thanks for bringing it up. I bet you feel really stupid now, right?
I felt real stupid before I asked.
Any other pet questions you want?
You came all the way back in here for that.
Yeah.
Right, he's out of the studio.
Problem, Kevin? Kevin.
Pat said to me before, does Opie have a cat? And I'm like, I know you don't. I'm like, yeah, he does. Go ask him.
Is there a problem?
No.
What's wrong?
No.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
What's wrong, Eric?
Just his foot.
Oh, the foot.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
I would have loved to give the audience a great reaction. It wasn't that bad.
Huh.
All right, here's a Drew Boogie remix.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they come.
Opie and Anthony.
Here we go.
Waka waka.
Give it to me.
Suck it. What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that.
Oh
What an ass. I can't believe.
Are you insane?
Oh, yeah. Oh, god damn. All right.
Say what again? Come on, say what?
What? Shut the fuck up.
Give it to me.
Suck it. Hey. Whoa, hey. Whoa, hey. Whoa, hey.
Opie and Anthony.
Back it up.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's
There you go.
awesome,
That's
man.
nice.
That's sweet. Make that into a promo immediately.
Very nice.
You should take all the Drew Boogie remixes and then make a bunch of promos out of them, man. Definitely.
I gave
yeah.
Steve a bunch of promos. He's voicing them now.
Oh, really?
So I got a bunch of other stuff coming
Ramon.
Clean this up.
Click, clean this up.
So what's the, this is the better one you're saying?
Yeah, the
'Cause
second
that one was pretty cool.
Yeah, the second one's like a Prodigy type of thing.
Okay.
And but I made it long form, so you know it's like a whole song. But
Hey, man, we're all for long form.
you know,
Right.
smack my bitch up type of thing. But you know, with you guys.
All right, less stuff we have to come up with, so
Right.
we'll
Exactly.
go long form. Here's Drew Boogie.
Sure.
That's the real deal. Yeah, that's what we do. That's the real deal. That's the shit. That's the real deal. Yeah, that's what we do. That's the real deal. That's the shit. Dance, motherfucker, dance! Shake it, dance, motherfucker, dance! Shake it, dance, motherfucker, dance! Shake it, dance, motherfucker! Shake it. I want to hear some music, man. Shut your face. I want to hear some music, man. No. I want to hear some music, man. Shut your face. I want to hear some music, man. No.
like it, Opie and for me. I like it, give the virus to me. I like it, Opie and for me. I like it, give the virus to me.
Diggity. That's the real deal. Yeah, that's what we do. That's the real deal. That's the shit. That's the real deal. Yeah, that's what we do. That's the real deal. That's the shit. That's the real deal. Yeah, that's what we do. That's the shit.
There you have it, the latest creation from Drew Boogie.
Wow.
That's amazing,
Very nice.
man.
That is nice.
You can tell that took a long time to put together.
No, just a couple days.
It was a long time.
It was something I've been trying to, something I just wanted to experiment with. But between work and school, I didn't spend that much time on it. It's just, it went fast. It's very fun to do.
Instant feedbacks are like Drew Boogie flat out rocks.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
And you just gave Steve a whole bunch of other ones?
Promos.
Promos?
You got to put this guy on the payroll. Drew is the best. This shit rocks. Was that Scott Farrell in the second song?
Yeah, it was.
Shigadoo.
I could hear his, yeah.
What do you go to school for?
Economics.
Oh.
He's getting a degree.
Very,
Oh,
very,
really
very,
good.
very cool. All right.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun.
I want to hear the promos now.
Well, Steve's got to voice him, so
Yeah, okay.
my voice is not exactly radio worthy. So
Well, we'll debut him tomorrow on the show. How's that?
Exactly.
Ramon.
Plus, I asked Mars to hook up a little something here so that I can plug my mixer and so I can actually bring the turntable stuff in so I could do it live on the air for you guys.
That would be cool.
So he's gonna hook me up with that.
I don't know how you guys.
One
do that.
day you'll just have to set up and be our in studio, mix DJ.
That'll
would
be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun to check out.
How about a Pat from the Munaki mix? Crash.
You know what I want to do is what I want to do is I have a couple things of Patty, and I was gonna do a little George Bush type remix on her.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You remember when she said she wanted to see the guys doing the lifting the weights with their penises?
Right.
Yeah. So do something like that. Really,
That'd be cool.
Completely screw her up. That would be nice.
All right, right.
Excellent. You come back on the air, Patty. I'm gonna fuck with you.
All right, well, we got some Michael Jackson audio that Jim brought in, too.
I brought a lot of audio today. I was busy last night.
We were supposed to get to this about an hour and a half ago.
That's fine. This is I was watching Court TV last night, and they're talking about obviously Michael and some of the porn. I haven't heard how we cut this because I just brought in the CDs today, the DVDs. How the audio of them talking about the pornography they found.
Yeah, apparently they found some damaging stuff.
Yeah.
Boy magazines.
Oh.
Boy, what was it?
The Boy.
The Boy or Boys, The Journey. And
Well,
it was like a picture photo essay of young boys.
They actually talk about that. She actually describes what the book. It's an old book, apparently a very old book.
All right, let's go to the first clip here.
One of the classics.
We can now report that the Sheriff's Department in Santa Barbara, their investigators, came across an extensive stash of pornography in Michael Jackson's home, in his bedroom, in his master bathroom, in closets, and in his den.
Isn't she describing every male's house?
Yeah.
At this point?
Yes. Stashed everywhere.
Yes.
I got porn in the bathroom, in the closet. I mean, she's describing every single guy's house.
Porn. Where do I have porn?
Well, the difference is you don't have children staying over all the time with a buzzer outside your bedroom.
Well, speak for yourself.
Oh, no. I mean, I have the children, just no buzzer. Because I live alone.
A buzzer outside the bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh. And we can confirm that at least one of the confiscated porno magazines that was found had on it fingerprints of Michael Jackson the boy who accused him, and that boy's younger brother. Now we've learned that one of the most shocking reading material that was seized back in 1993 was this book. It's called The Boy, a photographic essay. Some of the pictures inside this book are so suggestive we cannot show them on television.
You will be
Police
molested.
confiscated this book from Michael Jackson's bedroom.
Oh, you like that, don't you, faggot?
What are the pictures
they're
like
just,
in this book?
They're just a lot of
They're
pictures.
suggestive in what way? Like
They're naked boys.
They're naked boys.
Oh, yeah. Swimming and posing with their buttocks showing.
Oh!
And she lists some of the magazines they found in Michael's home.
Really? Bad?
Some bad, but again, in the context of what was going on, it's, you know what he's doing.
Now, is this supposed to be, quote, an art book, or is it...
I think she actually addresses that.
Is it child pornography?
Because that's kind of how Pee-wee got out of the problems he was in. He said it was he was a collector, and he was collecting, because he had the same kind of stuff. He had boys, nude, books full of this, and photographs, and he said it was a kitsch kind of art collection that he had. And it wasn't meant to stimulate or anything.
Well, she addressed that. I don't know if they have the clip. You might want to hit the second clip. They might have this psychologist talking about that. They do address that.
Some might call this coffee table-sized book an art book with the captivating figure of a young prepubescent boy on the cover. The very first photograph inside, a stunning study of the young male physique.
Oh, dear!
But to this former pedophilia sex crimes detective and to this mental health professional who has treated sex criminals and victims, this book was published with a specific audience in mind.
This is geared for people who I would say would be sexually attracted to adolescent boys.
Oh, man.
This is geared towards... Really?
Yeah, it's bad news, man.
Hello, exactly.
And then the final clip is a list of pornos that they found at MJ's house.
It was I just love the fact that she listed it. And again, a lot of it's
Great.
legitimate, but I'm sorry. When you have children staying at your house.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not appropriate.
This book, confiscated at Neverland in 1993, was found among a collection of pornography. By 2003, investigators found another extensive collection of porn at Neverland, just as Jackson's young accuser claimed. An example of some of the confiscated material, taken from the master bedroom, 5 porno movies with titles like Barely Legal and Pimp Up, Hose Down. A book of photos of young boys, 7 porno magazines taken from a nightstand, 2 books of photos of nude women and boys, pornographic magazines in a box at the base of the bed. From the master bathroom, 3 books of nudes in a plastic bag, a couples magazine, a club magazine, a book of nude photos of men, 2 porno magazines, and 2 porno movies in a leather bag. And from the den and a second-floor closet, a book of nudes called Naked as a Jaybird, several books and magazines of nude photos, and several porno magazines in a black briefcase.
I love that she had to say Naked as a Jaybird on national TV.
I wanted her to read off more porn movie titles, make it sound like that scene in Clerks, where the guy's just reading off the list of movies he's ordering. And Happy Scrappy Hero Pup. Oh, what a mess he's in.
Oh, he is.
What a complete mess.
And look, how did America allow this guy to do this after you knew he was guilty 10 years ago?
Right.
And he's got your children in his bedroom, and he's doing whatever he does, and he's got porno all over. And, anyone out there defending him, you stood out there with signs, this is the guy you're defending.
It doesn't matter. There's still people that bring their kids to Neverland to hang out.
Yeah.
They just will not accept the fact that this guy is a predator. He's a pedophile, and he's been doing this for years, molesting children. The way he says it whenever he does comment on this is that he loves children, he gives them a place where they could come and be kids and have fun, and it's very innocent. Then why is his house just peppered with these porno magazines and young boys naked, pictures of young boys naked in books? There's no way it's as innocent as he's portraying it. If you're just having kids come over your house because you love children and you want the innocence of their childhood, not
I was
going to
say, in the beginning, I wanted to believe that he had a messed up childhood and it was a very innocent thing that he was hanging out with the kids and stuff. But now, he's lost me too, man. In the beginning, I was like having an open mind about it, like, well, maybe he just never had a childhood and this is his way of getting some kind of childhood into his life.
Now it doesn't even matter if that book is an art book, a coffee table book. It's not an appropriate book to have for that guy who's having young boys come to his house.
Sleep in his bed.
Sleep in his bed.
And he's got photos. If that was on the coffee table and that was the only book, you might let it slide, but it's not.
No.
Everyone knows what he does. He likes young boys, and America has been denying this for years, and you deserve what you get.
He's had the money for this many years to keep the heat off of him, but now, time's run out for this guy.
Let's go to Janine because she knows the book, something about the book that Jackson had. Go ahead, Janine.
Morning, guys.
Hey.
I heard he was actually writing a parenting book, and they found a transcript of it in his house. It was called Spare the Child, Spoil the Rod. I can't hear you guys at all, so I'm going to punch out.
All right, Janine from Munaki.
Bye.
And real fast, Pete from Jersey. Go ahead, Pete.
I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who's black. He's like, yeah, my mom and all these people saying all that stuff is planted. I'm like, by who? Mark Furman? This is where he start working.
They
down
got
there.
fingerprints of Jackson and a boy or whatever on one of these porn things.
Can the black community recognize? Look, he left a long time ago when he had his Nordic features fixed. You lost him. This one you got to give up. White people, we've had enough pedophiles that have popped out. You think we didn't like Roman Polanski? He does fine movies.
Fine work.
And he had to go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jerry Lee Lewis, it ruined his career.
Yeah, I think the black community has to realize that some people are actually guilty.
Yeah.
Even if they are people of color. Sometimes they indeed are guilty.
And nobody, Michael, he's like Peter Pan. Yeah, really? Did Peter Pan ever whack off on an 8-year-old? He's not like Peter Pan. First of all, he doesn't have a glass eye. Sandy Duncan.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have to explain.
No, yes, I did.
Yeah, he did, because I kind of looked like...
Anthony put his finger up and actually went...
But you know what?
But you didn't even give him a chance.
Oh, yeah, I saw him. I know
would have got it.
There were so many people since Sandy Duncan have played Peter Pan that takes a while to go back.
Yeah, I can throw that out.
All right, very
Because
good.
Anthony was going to car crash me. Not that you couldn't have anyway, because it wasn't
I
an
wouldn't
awful
have,
joke.
but no, not bad. I was just thinking Robin Williams was also Peter Pan. Harry Pan.
Let's get a black guy's opinion. It's free from New Jersey. What do you call a black guy that has an opinion, Anthony?
That's not
free
very
from
nice.
New Jersey.
I was going to tell you. You interrupted me, you idiot. Okay. Free.
Hang on. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Free. Hello?
Yeah, hello, I'm right here. What's going on? I can barely hear you guys. I'm in a truck.
All right, listen, we got to fix the phone system. Obviously, there's a problem.
Okay, Free. What do you have to say?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, I was just trying to, talk about, like, the whole Michael Jackson thing. Not that it's a very important issue, because it's really not. The motherfucker doesn't look out for me anyway.
Yeah.
But this whole shit about his love for children and is he a pedophile and all of this shit is basically politics, money, and bullshit. You know what I mean? He has a white baby mother or so-called whatever, however she got maybe immaculate conception or whatever the fuck happened, and she doesn't see him not fit to raise children. So everybody has to look at that. You know what I'm saying? And just leave the motherfucker alone.
Well, no,
you know what I mean?
No, Free. Whoa. Do you know that they actually had an agreement that she would carry the baby and he would keep it? That was decided for financial reasons before she had the baby. This wasn't a real relationship that kind of separated.
Okay, it wasn't a real relationship. I agree with that. But at the same time, I don't think that woman would let somebody abuse something that she helped to create.
Are you kidding me?
It doesn't seem like that.
People kill their own children. What are you talking about? Andrea Yates drowned 5 of her own kids. People do things. People do awful things.
I understand where you're coming from with that point, and that's a very valid point. But I think that if he was doing that type of stuff, I think that white woman would probably be out there trying to get dough right now for that thing.
First of all, she's probably already been paid. She has nothing to do with the family or the kids. And all these allegations.
And if she's letting that go down like that, then you got to blame her too.
No, I don't blame her because, again, I would do the same thing. I hate kids. If Michael wants to stick it in him, go ahead. Just pay me.
She sold her kids to Michael Jackson into some kind of sex slavery.
Motherfucker, for real.
What's that?
So go ahead, continue.
Yeah, she actually. Look, we all know what he's guilty of. He's just a sick guy. It happens. It's one of these things. It's not that people should leave him alone, but when you've got $300 million, America doesn't want to admit, white America, black America, nobody wants to acknowledge that this guy does what he does, because then it makes us feel guilty for enjoying his music, and it makes us feel like idiots for having loved him for all these years. That's, as a country, why we deny that he's doing that.
All right, very good. Pat from Munaki.
Oh. Yes?
We're talking about the Michael Jackson thing. We figured you might have something on that.
He did it.
Yeah. That's about it, huh?
I did have something. Remember my instant feedback from the other day? My rap?
What was your rap?
The thing about Pauly Shore.
Okay.
You read it wrong.
It was supposed
that's
why it wasn't funny.
No, it wasn't funny to begin with, but it wasn't as bad.
All right, well, we had Pauly Shore in, I don't know, was it yesterday, 2 days ago?
And he was rapping
badly. And he was rapping really badly.
Yeah, in 3 minutes, I made up my own little rap. And I said there was 2 lines missing. The first one was, my mommy was big in comedy. And then the second one, which doesn't go with it, she owned the comedy store. With all the comics, she was a whore. See, that was better than with all the comics, she was a whore. That's how you read it.
No, it's not.
Did you see the little dance he was doing as he was rapping that? His arms were
like a little robot.
Yeah, you were doing the robot.
The comedy. His little body, his big body was
Me
moving.
and the gecko from Geico.
The one less Tobot.
All right, Jeff the trucker. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
All right,
Jeff.
I had a question for you and then a joke. Do you think sometime today you can play that Lacey Peterson song?
Which one?
The one, it goes something like, she smiles, we smile.
Remembering Lacey.
I wouldn't mind hearing that. That's the one.
All right, we got to find that. We haven't played it in a while.
Another example, like the Chinese rapper, of somebody trying to make it look like they're addressing an issue, but really capitalizing on it for their own artistic gain.
All right.
And
What's
I
the
have
joke?
a Michael Jackson joke for you. Why does Michael Jackson like sleeping with 11-year-old boys?
Why?
Because if you slick their hair back, they look 7.
That's a Jimmy joke.
That's sort of a.
It's a joke.
Kenny uses it.
But the best version is, what's the best part about banging a 4-year-old in the shower? If you slick her hair back, she looks 2.
Right.
Because that's brutal on every level.
That is the worst, most tasteless, offensive joke, and I won't be part of the show.
That's right. I got to step aside.
I'm stepping aside.
But then when you hold her, you
I'm
go,
like misinformation.
You hold her, you go, child slavery.
Hey.
Right,
What's
great.
that joke with the punchline? You're scared. I got to walk out of here alone.
Oh my God!
That could be the worst.
The joke is, the little boy and this pedophile were walking through the woods, and the little boy said, "I'm scared," and then the pedophile apparently goes, "You're scared? I got to walk out of here alone.
I got to go back to Munaki alone."
All right, listen. Now he's getting annoying again. Get out of here.
All right.
Brad from Jersey, go ahead.
Guys, what's a 10-year-old's favorite salad dressing?
What?
Neverland Ranch.
Neverland Ranch. Why would that be their favorite if they're getting
if
abused
they're being abused.
there? I don't get it.
All right, Anthony.
Yeah.
I found a Bill Hicks bit. We were talking about pornography.
Yeah.
And when they were talking about all the stuff they found at Michael Jackson's house, it reminded me of a pretty good Bill Hicks bit. You know, his parents going through his apartment.
Oh, yeah.
After he passes and what they would find.
And tragically, he is dead. I wonder if that actually happened.
I know, that's the crazy thing about this. But I think this is the clip.
Okay.
If not, it's Bill Hicks talking about pornography, which is pretty good, too. So we'll play this, and we'll continue.
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, I'm so tired of waiting for us to wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, I'm so sick of waiting for us to make a move. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and we will never lose. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to make a move. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and we will never lose. Wake up,
Good morning to ya.
Good morning. Tsunami.
It's the O&A program featuring Jim Norton.
Oh.
Are you a featured player?
I'm
What are you?
What
Like,
I am.
you know how SNL has to do that, like all the stars, and then it's like featuring. It's like I'd be insulted if I was one of the featured players.
Jimmy is an and
and
Jimmy Norton as Jimmy Norton.
Well, a lot of people call us O-N-A, so it's O-N-A.
Oh, Opie, Norton, Anthony.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah, because I deserve to be at the end after 10 years putting in, services.
Well,
Sure.
But well, I'm pretty much just known as a buffer anyway. Like the end, I'm just seen as the end with the two arms out, like an N would be, with the little dashes in between them.
Right.
I love people.
Hey.
I love people that take that crap seriously. Like, Opie, why is your name first? Anthony's so much more talented than you. It should be Anthony and Opie. No, I mean, it's the crap. I mean, we all get trashed on this program. That's one of the things. And it's like, dude, we've always considered, each other very equal in this program right from the get-go.
Right. I don't think Anthony and Opie rolls off the tongue.
Anthony and Opie.
That's that theanopinate.
I'll tell you what's a cool name for the show, though. Yeah. Norton and Friends.
Norton and Friends with the N. Norton and Friends.
That's hilarious.
Norton and Friends.
All right.
They're going to Photoshop that now.
Yeah, we have so much stuff to get to. Really fast, we were preparing for the show this morning, and I was reading the editorials. I love reading the editorials because it's just a bunch of dopes.
The letters to the editor?
And now they make it so easy. You don't even have to send off a letter. You just email it in, and they print up these things. And every day they're just very entertaining. We should make it a feature on our show, actually.
Ooh.
We really should. Maybe someone could read these things every day and bring it to our attention when some idiot out there is just spewing stupid crap. Well, Johnny Carson passed away, and everyone's doing their tributes.
How
and
did
stuff.
it happen?
So people felt like felt like they had to write the editor of this newspaper. I think it might be the Daily News. I'm not even sure. Yeah, this one's the Daily News. Okay, and it's titled "It's Harry B. Jones." Anthony had to write a letter to the editor, and the headline is "Laughter in Heaven."
Laughter in heaven.
Laughter in heaven, everyone. Get your tissues out. New Hyde Park, Long Island. As a child of the 60s, I remember watching the Ed Sullivan Show as a family. But when I was able to stay up to watch Johnny Carson, I knew I was being treated as an adult. St. Peter is saying, "Here's Johnny." They felt like they had to print that in the editorial section today.
Here's Johnny. Well.
Maybe St. Peter is saying that, but the rest of the country reading your letter is saying, ugh, you melodramatic jizzbag.
So basically, I guess what this guy is saying, St. Peter is telling all the tsunami victims to wait in line, and they're bringing Johnny to the front of the line.
There's a velvet rope up there, too. It takes a while to process 250,000 people.
There's 250,000 people online waiting to get into heaven, but no, hold on, everybody. Here comes Johnny.
Who do I got to blow to get to the front of the line?
You hear the music and a bunch of little children of Indonesian descent going, "Where's Mommy?" Yeah, because God needs... I hate that when they go, "I just want one of these. I can't have two. I'm trying to watch my figure. If I don't, who will?" I have a donut. You put two together, the donuts. By the way, Steve brought me a note. I have to interject. Pat said this. "I hope I didn't sound fat. I hear the radio adds 10 pounds.
Yeah, but you got to...
Wow.
No, when he has these little ditties, he's got to walk in with them.
All right.
That's true.
That's the beauty of him being here.
Because eventually we will just put them all together.
And Pat didn't hear us, so Pat, come on in here. Really fast. I know you're fat, but move fast for us, please. Get over there and say what you just wrote down for Steve.
I was hoping I didn't sound fat, because I hear the radio puts 100 pounds on you.
His fingers are going, well.
I don't like the way you amended it and went from 10 to 100.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not funny now.
Look at the radio at 100 pounds.
Yeah, because that's not possible.
That's way too exaggerated. 10 pounds would be like the norm.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of exaggerated humor.
No.
If it's slightly exaggerated, like 10 pounds, nice. 100 pounds, what?
50,000 isn't a lot of money. Should have been $10 isn't a lot of money.
when you don't have health insurance, like me. It's tragedy, but I turn tragedy into
Cost an arm and a toe.
something.
That's right.
All right, Pat.
You
Thank
turn
you.
tragedy into blank stares.
You sure do. Get him out of here. Thank you, Pat.
There he goes. Oh, he's rushing off.
All right, finally, Anthony.
He's awful.
Did you see his little fingers moving?
His fingers move.
I swear to God, he almost said, "My chickadee."
Ah, yes.
I go from enjoying him to hating him really fast.
I seem to have lost a toe somewhere.
WC, whale cow. People can't decide what I look like.
Get out of here, toe. You bother me. Never work with animals, children, or all your toes.
Yeah.
I believe I'll have another eggnog.
All right. Under Laughter in Heaven, there's another letter to the editor. This is even worse than the first one.
No way.
You ready for this one? From Little Neck. Frederick writes, oh boy. Johnny Carson, truly an icon in American entertainment, was a national institution for 30 years. Mm-hmm. He gave us a smooth nightcap of banter and heartland charm. I guess maybe God needs a few of Johnny's jokes to cheer him up as he looks at mankind today.
Wait. What?
Can't God get NBC and watch his, or order the old CDs?
You can order the old DVDs. I'm sure God has a DVD player. He's God, for God's sake. You wait a minute. God needs a laugh.
Well, yeah, they're trying to explain why Johnny had to go, Anthony.
Yeah.
And, he finishes his little letter. I guess maybe God needs a few of Johnny's jokes to cheer him up as he looks at mankind today.
Because today it's so bad that God would need something to make him laugh. He didn't take Johnny years during the Vietnam War.
But God is causing all the havoc.
Yeah.
Like the tsunami was, quote, an act of God, a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, wait a minute.
So he could have, like...
If God caused the tsunami, why would they... So God is so cruel that he could kill 250,000 people and then kick back, put his feet up, and laugh at Johnny that he just killed?
Right. Plus, according to 97, God's laughing as the bodies wash away anyway.
Right.
Did I say God's laughing?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I said it right. That's what I meant to say.
You know, after killing 250,000...
You said God 97.
No, I said, yeah, listen to 90. According to 97, God is laughing while the bodies were washed.
I thought you meant Hot 97, but I think you said God 97.
You did say God 97.
Oh, no. If you said God, we're going to have to listen to the tape.
No, you said God 97.
God, did your brain short circuit?
You point out every time I make a mistake. You said God 97. Oh, yeah, you did.
I didn't. Am I right or wrong, Hawk? I didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
He said God 97.
Hawk knows. Everyone says no. No.
All right.
Say no.
That's how hot comes out when you got a big, huge whatever you're eating in your face.
4 hours from now, you will either...
Be
get
right
an
or wrong.
Apology from me, or I'll laugh my ass off.
4 hours from now, I'll just ring you up. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
You think Johnny is, instead of talking into a microphone to make God laugh, is talking into Pat's severed toe?
Is it up there? It's got to be.
But
it led a good life.
I guess maybe God needs a few of Johnny's jokes to cheer him up as he looks at mankind today. So he kills 250,000 people, and then he wants to sit back and enjoy a few one-liners.
Yeah, why not have Johnny just sending the jokes in like he does to Letterman?
Man, that's awful.
Tsunami.
That is just awful, awful stuff.
What do you do to Nami when he hits you with his car?
That's really good. I didn't know I was working with such a talented guy. Wow. Dude, that's pretty damn funny, man.
Johnny from Munaki.
Johnny from Munaki. My toe came up. May my toe fall in your milkshake.
Justin, what's up?
Hey, you guys get a Super Bowl trip together or what?
I don't know. You know, XM once again letting us down. You know, they want us to bring the program to the next level, but they can't even get us a damn Super Bowl trip to give away. I mean, well, they said yesterday they're working on it, so we'll see.
We may get it, yeah.
We'll see what
Let's give
happens.
them a shot.
They're working on it. You know, I'm starting to read between the lines.
Are you?
I'm starting to realize that a lot of things they tell us down there in Washington is all BS.
It's just
I must say,
fluff.
Anthony.
Filler.
Bunk,
if you will.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, we got this email from Greg in Virginia. Guys, I'm originally from Philly and heard on the news today that Mayor John Street who's, I guess, the mayor of Philly, is having a hard time reaching a deal with your hero, Mayor Menino, the mayor of Boston. You know how the mayors have to do their Super Bowl bets, right, Ant?
No, I've never heard that before. Is that common practice?
Ready for this, though? Apparently, Menino must be a health nut because he turned down Street's bet of a cheesesteak, claiming that they are too high in cholesterol.
Yeah, he's a health nut.
He sounds like a good time to me.
See how fat he is? Menino's not in shape.
He really turned down the bet?
All the cholesterol goes to my tongue.
He's got that big, fat, mongoloid tongue.
Obviously, the mayors have to do the famous New England clam chowder for a Philly's cheesesteak.
Awful.
Boring crap like that.
Menino.
It's L's brother.
Menino cheesesteak. Too much cholesterol. May a fat diabetic pummel you with unfunny one-liners.
Let's all look at him and make a face. He's just sitting outside our window of our studio. It's like watching a
You guys are so
TV
obsessed
show.
with him. It's
Del
just-
Griffin from Munaki.
We should have him recite the line from Planes, Trains, and Automobile. Automobiles.
Go on, hurt me.
Who doesn't love him?
All right. We're taking a think break for a second here.
What are you doing there, Eric?
Oh, you want to do
we
the...
got plenty of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
It's,
But I'm just trying to think what works.
I just want to see what they were upset about, the Parents Television Council. We were talking about them yesterday. 99.8% of all complaints that go into the FCC come from the Parents Television Council. They monitor everything, radio, television, for things that they find offensive, and then have their flock write letters to the FCC, whether they heard these things or saw them on TV or not. They instruct their people how to fill out these FCC complaints and send them in. So it's not really using the FCC like it's supposed to be. If you're offended by something you hear, you believe it's indecent and against the rules that the FCC has set forth, you can complain. The way they have it set up, it's like a chain letter or a mailing list. It has nothing to do with the way the FCC was supposed to be set up. And on their website, we found like 5 clips that they posted video of from television, shows that they deem offensive, scenes in these shows that are offensive, that you could then watch the video and then mail in a complaint as if you were watching the program. Completely different than it was supposed to work. Sure. So we just have a couple of these shows. What is this one? A sex scene from Life as We Know It. Teen orgy from Without a Trace. They got the Motley Crue on the Tonight Show, I guess, when he dropped the F-bomb. Do we have that?
It's all right.
Yeah, we got it all.
Did they bleep it for their website, or is it going out
who
live?
knows?
How could they bleep it? You wouldn't know what they said.
That's true.
It's really time to add the F word to the English language. Let's all calm down
We all
about the F
use it.
word. Every single person uses it.
That's how bad we're getting into society. It now makes the Drudge Report and news whenever a celebrity slips on television. That is what we've turned into.
Yeah.
Bono said the F word.
Oh,
Motley
no.
Crue said the F word. We are obsessed with language. I mean, look, I'm fairly conservative with crime and punishment, but this administration is disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Letting the F-bomb slip or be broadcast on television isn't against FCC regulations, by the way. It's been done. Saving Private Ryan. They played it, and the FCC said, no, that's fine. It has nothing to do. What they don't like is the pandering and it being used to titillate or excite. That's the stuff that upsets them. If someone gets on and lets the F-bomb slip by accident talking about winning an award and saying this is effing great, you know, and not using it in a sexual way, has nothing to do with that FCC violation. But now people just freak out and say, well, you got to fine them. So, what do you want to start with?
We'll go from the top. I don't even know this show, Life as We Know It. Anyone
I never
know?
heard of that. You ever heard of that?
No.
Life as We Know It,
So-
a sex scene? I don't know how this is good.
They're very offended by this scene from Life as We Know It. Oh, this sucks. Don't we need the video?
We kind of would like to see that.
Did anyone listen to these clips to make sure they work for radio?
I'm ready to send a letter in. That sounds very offensive.
Sounds very hot. I hear this.
Teens moaning, groaning, and breathing heavily.
We hear the sex noises. Nice.
It's okay. You can stop. Never mind.
No, I don't want to stop. Stop. Why isn't it working? Stop thinking about Jackie. Stop thinking about Jackie.
Yeah, stop thinking about Jackie.
It smells like old chemicals in here. Maybe that's it.
Bleach?
Yeah, that's it.
This is what they're upset about?
What, the guy can't get a rod?
Why don't we go back to the dance, have some fun, and try it again later?
Oh, you picked
Yeah,
a
that's
rod.
cool.
Ah, what a loser.
That's the problem. Every single male on the Parents Television Council suffers from that problem.
How embarrassing. The guy couldn't get a rod.
Oh, what were they, in a cleaning closet or something?
They had a little school dance, and they slipped away to have a little nookie.
Teen sex.
The poor guy couldn't get it up.
TV teen sex. What the hell it's nothing to complain about. I'm sure they weren't showing anything that, no bare asses or anything. It was probably just the audio that upset these people.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there was heavy petting, Anthony.
Heavy petting? Ever read that in the old
Yeah.
Ann Landers? I'm just starting to go out with somebody. We've kissed and done some heavy petting. Heavy petting? Is that meant literally, like you're petting the person?
I think it means groping. I think it
Yeah.
means cupping. And
Where do they get that word, though? Petting.
because it's the way you're touching. It's a way of saying it in the paper. You don't want to say I've been, cupping and dipping fingers in. So
Well, the term comes from when the girls used to grow those big beavers.
Oh, and you would pet it?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Sure, sometimes we do some heavy petting, and then I'd have to put on a pad.
Oh, back to Chicago, you unsexy wench.
With a belt.
I'd put on belts and pads.
Pads.
But we're sexually active.
Ugh. All right. Well, why don't you get the next one up, Eric? That'll work. We'll watch the video to hopefully describe, just in case the next one is meant for TV and not radio.
We will watch it for you.
All right. The next one is Without a Trace. Teen orgy scene.
Teen orgy without a trace.
Okay.
All right. This one they complained about.
7,500 broadcast indecency complaints.
7,500. All of them from the same place.
Right.
You jackasses.
All right. Well, we'll just play it. Here it is. All
The
right.
party was at his house. They usually are. We hang out after school.
Is that a girl topless, or is that a guy with man boobs?
A guy with man boobs. They try to fool us. It's a steamy scene in a room with a bunch of couples having sex, but there's nothing.
It's a team party.
A black guy kissing a white girl. Now I am offended.
Yep. Filmed very suggestively, Anthony.
Very smoky. Girls are walking around in bras.
Yep.
Wow.
A little dry humping going on.
Let me tell you,
Lots
this
of
is
drinking.
a hot scene.
This really is very
Holy
hot.
Jesus.
Now the girls are in their bras and they're taking a look inside. Uh-oh. Now it gets serious. What did you do? What did you do?
How come one of the
He showed up
hottest
late.
scenes is on the Parents
And he
Television
wasn't
Council website?
particularly happy with what was going on with Jennifer.
Back to the party.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Drink that Jack Daniels.
Bras and panties.
Bras and panties.
Guy's
and-
kissing a girl's breast right above her bra, sticking his head between her cleavage.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a really hot scene. I'm going to have to watch that show. Thank you.
Let me tell
for
you something.
Turning me on to that program.
I have never seen on television a scene like that. We had to watch it on the PTC website.
Right.
Thank you, Parents Television Council. That's the most smut I've ever seen on regular television.
Yeah, to all you teenagers out there, if you want to see some hot, sexy, steamy orgy scenes, go to this website.
Hey, Steve, if that's not too dirty for Foundry Music, put it on.
But that's one you can almost understand why they would complain about being on TV. It's like, sometimes you got to look at it and go, all right, they want for broadcast TV, that might be too rough, too
Yeah.
racy. Yeah. I mean, every complaint isn't going to be completely ridiculous, and that might be one that's too visual. It's the language I have the main problem with.
That was just very, 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 very
That was a
hot.
hot scene, man.
It really
I
was.
want to watch that again.
Yeah, go. What's the website?
ParentsTV.org.
All right, and it's the clip Without a Trace we just watched. All right, Anthony,
nice.
here's the next example. It's really basic and easy, self-explanatory.
Hey, Tommy! Happy fucking New Year, man!
That's it.
All right.
Happy fucking New Year. Motley Crue on The Tonight Show.
Nice.
Well, the Parents Television Council said the main problem with that is it was taped in July.
Goddamn drug abusers. They don't even know.
Yeah, they don't even know what holiday it is. Oh, okay. This is a commercial. They had
I think the most offensive thing was that the ball was dropping from Tommy's pole. It's just so big.
Yeah. There's hepatitis all over the ball.
All right, it's a Dentine commercial, Anthony. They had.
I've seen this one.
And what's the problem with this?
It's
Dentine
really
commercial?
weird. It's like it's a son or daughter, I'm not sure which, sitting on the couch with their boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is, on one couch. The parents of one of them are sitting on another couch. They pull out the Dentine, and the kids start making out on the couch in front of the parents. And the parents, I guess, get a little influenced by the Dentine or by what they're doing and start making out on the couch. So it's like a kid and their date and the parents going at it on two couches in the same room. It's a little odd. When I saw this, I was like, ooh, that's kind of a creepy commercial.
All right, let's hit play here. Boom.
Mom, Dad, this is Kevin.
Kevin, it's great to meet you.
Kevin. Cynthia just talks about you all the time.
She does, doesn't she? Thank you for having me over for dinner. I hope you're really hungry, because... Susie tells me you're on the wrestling team.
Dentine Fire. Go bold.
They're just going at it.
Holy ass, that's pretty hot too.
She throws her shirt and it hits her father in the face.
Dentine Fire. Well, they start.
Now the mother has some gum and they start making out. Now the parents and the kids are making out like on couches that are right next to each other.
You know what would be really hot if the father yelled out, "Switch partners."
You know what the good part is? When the father goes up to the boy, the boyfriend, and rests his head on his shoulder, and as the boyfriend finishes him off, he goes.
The father puts his face in the boyfriend's neck, and his mustache tickles the boyfriend's neck. And as it doesn't spurt, as little things burble over the boyfriend's hand, the father goes, "Ooh." And I would tell her that she'd walk down and she'd see me and her dad there, and both of our pants would just be pulled down to mid-thigh. We wouldn't be naked. Our pants would be pulled down above our knees on the couch. Two men.
Jimmy would tell his girlfriend these stories. He would suggest these fantasies or play them out verbally to his girlfriend, who would then have these horrific images in her head.
Like of me sexually interacting with her family members. One of my favorites was me and her grandmother, that I would pin her grandmother up against the counter and bump and grind her and reach around and squeeze her ass and just kind of hold her and grind her against the counter.
What would she say?
There would be something in every image. I think in the father image, it was when he put his face in my neck and went, "Ugh." She said that was the worst part, was his face disappearing into your neck. And in the grandmother thing, I think it was the fact that as I was pressing her against the counter, I was reaching around and holding her ass.
Right.
There was something so graphic.
That really is bad.
And awful. And I forget what other ones. I had one with her brother, one with her mother.
You are horrible.
Her grandfather. I had every member of the family that was a new one.
That is really funny and really disturbing.
It really bothered her.
That is hilarious.
But that Dentine commercial, that's not obscene. That's just funny. That's hilarious.
It's funny and really hot,
funny.
too, because they start chewing the gum, and then the teenage girl just jumps on her boyfriend and
unbuttons their shirt. She's in her bra, throws the
bit.
shirt, and it hits her father right in the... And the father's trying to talk like a father would to a boy that's coming and bringing the daughter out, and they're just going at it on the couch. It's kind of funny.
And then the parents start going at it.
But that's not obscene. That's funny. You got to know where to pick your spots, as you would say.
They want an FCC complaint.
For what?
For that. I don't know, but they want it.
All right, and finally it's South Park.
One of our favorites, South Park. This is from the Paris Hilton whore-off episode, and they were bitching. What's their line? When you subscribe to basic cable, exactly what are you paying for? Take a look.
It's cable.
Yeah, they don't care.
It's not broadcast. The FCC can't control cable, can they?
No, they don't care though. Big orgy scene.
What is Mr. Slade doing? He's just sitting there.
Give him time, Wendy. Give him time. Come on, Mr. Slade.
Back off! None of you losers are enough for me.
Paris Hilton.
Oh, yeah.
God. She's shoving a pineapple inside her.
Ta-da!
And the pineapple disappeared.
Oh, no, she didn't.
This is part of the whore-off competition, Anthony. And now a Steve-looking character walked up to Paris Hilton. A cuddly bear type.
That's Mr. Slave.
Mr. Slave.
Mr. Slave, yeah.
And he's...
Jealous.
What did he do?
Taking his pants off.
Okay.
Oh, my God. He just jumped on Paris Hilton, and he's putting her in his ass.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
Ugh, jealous.
Oh, man.
Now that's a hole.
Wow, I guess Paris isn't such hot captain.
That is sick. All right, so it's the whore off, and Paris Hilton makes a pineapple disappear, and then there's Steve type.
This gay guy. He's not a Steve type. He's like a Village People guy.
Yeah, he's one of these leather gay guys. Jumps on top of Paris Hilton's head and makes Paris Hilton disappear in his ass.
And he's
It's
screaming.
Cable.
Yes.
The FCC does not control cable television. They're self-policed.
Right, exactly.
It's a pay service.
Yep.
God, this that's the agenda of the parents' television. That's how you know how disingenuous and self-obsessed with their own ideology they are.
Yep. They don't want this stuff out there. They don't care about the rules that are in place. They don't care about the rules that are in place and enforcing them. They want it changed. They want this stuff eliminated.
When you're paying for cable, this is what you're paying for. Well, tomorrow I'll play some clips from the Boston thing, and you can see when you're sending your children to church, this is what you're sending them to.
There you go.
Some of the Paul, what's his last name? Shanley?
Oh,
yeah, we got some of that. So when you're sending your children off to serve God, that's what you're serving them to do.
What a kind, gentle man he looks like sitting in that courtroom with his little hearing aid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I guess his hearing is from kids yelling in his ear, "Stop, it hurts." I guess that blew out one of his eardrums years ago.
Wow, that's...
Ouch.
Good observation.
There you go. So you can, play along at home. Go to parentstv.org.
That's going to become one of my favorite websites. I'm going to have to go there from time to time.
Find the clip of the week.
Clip of the week they do?
Oh, yeah,
worst of the week clips gallery.
I think worst of is a ripoff of you guys, though. I don't like that. Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, really.
And that goes back to the whole Tsunami thing. Like, they feel this stuff is titillating, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now people are going to be titillated by going to their website, checking out these clips, but it's okay because they think they're getting something done by doing it.
I think people that go there should watch the clips, and then there's a place you can email the PTC higher-ups and let them know if you enjoyed some of the clips.
Yeah.
And enjoy their website.
Tell them what you think of the clips because they're posting the clips for you to watch.
Right.
I think you should all email the Parents Television Council and let them know your honest opinions about those clips.
There you go.
All right.
Now, serious emails only.
Oh, of course, Jimmy.
Well, it's time and that we just fight back. It
No
really
shenanigans.
Is. I mean, we're just one stupid, tiny little radio show, but I think these big, huge companies have got to start saying enough is enough with this group.
To these small groups, this small group. If this group didn't file complaints, the FCC would be twiddling their thumbs.
Right.
Nothing to do.
All right. As we go to break, Drew Boogie is in studio. He came in with a bunch of new remixes, and I think we got...
Oh, the volume controls are killing everybody. I know. Guys, I'm in the same boat. Through my headphones, I had to keep turning my headphones down.
I was
the
trying
clips
to...
we were playing were so utterly loud. And, yeah.
I don't...
Yeah.
Why?
And it's been like that since we got here. Anything besides us talking into these microphones is much louder.
There should be a master processing thing that happens just to smooth out all the levels.
Equals out everything.
We
no
shouldn't have to be
out.
riding levels the whole show like, oh, is the phone's too loud? This clip's going to be too loud. That in regular radio, you never have to worry about that. If something was recorded a little too hot or a little too soft, there's a processing that happens that brings everything to a normal level where you're not adjusting at home your dial.
Right.
I don't get it.
And to have Opie, the guy in control of riding the levels, is probably the worst thing ever.
Because I lost my hearing years ago from doing radio.
It's so loud in his headphones. So that's where we are. We gotta We got to do something about the levels. That, I think, it should be top priority over any other thing technically.
I bet you they won't do it.
I
bet you they won't do it, and I'll tell you why. Because the processors were compressors, and they put air into the whole mix. Even though it's a talk show and it shouldn't matter, they don't want it to be like terrestrial radio, where when somebody didn't talk, all you heard was.
Yeah.
The processors, when they have to turn things up, it puts air into the mix, and since it's satellite, they're probably going to be against that. They want it to be as clean and crisp as possible.
They have to do something about this problem. This is the number one problem we have technically with this show, is the levels. The listeners are pissed off on a daily basis because of the levels.
Yeah, Kevin Straley, enough with the stupid meetings where nothing gets done. This is what we need fixed.
And they said they talk about it like, whenever I've heard this problem discussed, I go, no, that's not the problem. They're talking about it like, no, well, we have it boosted louder in Washington, and then everything gets louder. No, we need our mics. Everything that we do has to be the equal level, and our whole channel has to be.
We shouldn't have to be worried about riding levels the whole show. It's just not how it's done. Everything should be processed.
Right. Who's
in charge of this crap? This is the first high-profile radio show on satellite radio, so maybe they're not used to this. Because when you're doing just a music show and it's a jock and music, very easy. Very easy. The music on this level, jock on this level. But when you do a type of show like Anthony and I, we're going to all sorts of sources all the time, and it's not, the system in place is not working.
Yeah.
So when are we going to figure it out? We're 4 months into this.
Don't screw with the board. Don't screw with our headphones. Don't screw with any. All you got to do is boost the level of our what we say.
Yeah, the mics aren't loud enough. These mics need boost. Those levels should not be all the way up like that. They shouldn't. These mics aren't loud enough. That's why everything else comes in blasting when you play it.
Because they raise the level so the mics can be heard.
Exactly.
Instead of lowering the other things and raising the mics, so it's all even.
First of all, the whole channel is low. It's lower than the rest of XM. The whole channel. And then on top of that, our vocals, our mics, are lower than anything we play. So if we go to a bit or sound clips audio from the news, it's much louder. It's much louder. And then if you turn the mics up too loud, it'll just distort.
And you can't hear the phones when people are calling in. They can't hear us. We can't hear them. It's a nightmare.
Well, in the beginning we understood because it was a brand new situation, brand new studio. But we're 4 months into this and we're still getting the same complaints.
Yeah.
Kevin, work on that. Please.
That's the one.
And I don't want to hear Thursday, I'll look into that, I'll get back to you, we're working on that. No, take care of the fucking problem.
Immediately.
We're 4 months into this. This should not even be an issue anymore. I'll give you the first month, of course. We're figuring out the bugs and we're adjusting levels and doing all that. But the system in place is not working. I'm not a dope. I'm riding these levels where they should be. And when I see something is too hot, then I'm lowering them. It's just, but it's not, we shouldn't have to worry about that.
No.
There should be some kind of processing that just kind of, in a way, equalizes all the levels. So you're not blasting people out.
Right.
It's called a limiter. We need limiters.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And they're sick of hearing us bitch, but this is a problem that started week one. We understood. We're 4 months into it, just about. 4 months into it.
And the listeners are bitching.
Yeah, I know.
The listeners
That's the
are complaining.
Part. It's bad enough we got to sit here and ride the headphone controls every 2 seconds that we're playing clips, but, it's the listeners that are bitching about this. And it is annoying because not everyone is sitting there right next to their radio riding the volume knob for the entire show. Most people are off working somewhere, and then it comes in blasting. They got to run back, turn it up, turn it down. It's a pain in the ass.
And
it's got to be fixed immediately.
Now we just wasted another 10 minutes of our show bitching about stupid crap that we shouldn't be bitching about anymore. And the phones still don't work. Every day people are complaining the phone levels aren't good.
Yeah.
So figure out why and fix it.
This is top priority. Put this on the red sheet.
Where's
the
Hannity?
number one list?
We're going down to Washington Monday and Tuesday. Great. So we'll sit in a meeting and they'll go, well, we're looking into this. We're looking into that. We're looking into marketing. We're looking into your Super Bowl trip. Looking.
We go to Washington. Let's go right to the tech guys. Let us go right there and go, guys, here's what we're dealing with. What can we do?
Well,
and I guarantee you they will have a solution to the problem because it won't be 20 in-between guys conveying our concerns to the tech guys. It'll be us going, hey, guys, oh, that? Oh, yeah, here. Click, click, click. Problem solved. Guaranteed that's what happens.
We want to be the hottest radio show in America, and they're not making it easy for us down there at all. They're just not.
Don't complain.
They're
People
just
won't
not.
help you.
I know, and then we complain because we're highly motivated here. Then people feel like, we don't really want to help them because they bitch too much.
But you think
Tough
after
crap,
being
that's
on the
your
air
job
for months here and the problem still being there, and we addressed this problem like the first week we were on the air, that perhaps we have a reason to bitch, if that's what we're doing, about the volume. We've been talking about it I remember the first week we were on the air, we talked about it. Problem still there. It's a technical problem that can be fixed. It's not a creative problem that we have to sit and art out. This is something technical. It's a flip of a switch, a button, a reprogramming of something. There's things in place. There's technology available that can fix this. Why hasn't it been done?
Look here, to the gang in Washington. If you want Ant and I to do a mediocre show, just let us know. I'll come in here and I'll just do a mediocre show. I won't bitch. I'll have an I don't care attitude.
I don't care. I said an
I don't care attitude.
I don't care.
I'll always care. But if you want a mediocre show, just send us an email, guys. No, you're right. We just want a mediocre show. We have 130 music channels and a whole bunch of other channels. And quite frankly, it just doesn't matter if you guys are successful. Let me know. Let me know so I can sleep at night. We'll just come in here every day and we'll just do a mediocre show. No problem.
Right.
We'll lose subscribers, but we'll have just enough to survive and we'll get paid and you'll be happy and that's it. If that's what you want, let me know. Please. Save me the hassle.
Because nothing's happening at the other company that's going to cause any concerns in a year. I mean, there really is no reason to move because it's not like anybody is going to the other company that might boost subscribers for them. So there's really no need to make this show work.
We want to be the hottest show in America, but you guys are definitely making it hard for us. And if you want a mediocre show, please let me know. I've been at this since I was 18. I'm ready to call it in. I don't care. I got enough money. You know, I'll do a mediocre show until you realize
$50,000 isn't that much to you.
Until you realize it's mediocre, and then you fire us, and whatever. I'll move on. Or if you want to help us become, on top of the radio world again, then let's go. Let's go. Where's our Super Bowl tickets? Let's go. Help us out. Where's the marketing? Let's go.
One thing at a time. Top priority.
Enough with
Fix
this.
the levels.
I'm working on that. I'll look into that. I'll look into this. I'm going to look into the fact that I was looking into that last week to give you an update, but what?
Yeah.
Give me something concrete. Or are you waiting for us to get to Washington to tell us all the great stuff that's going to be happening on the show? Get us off the premium channel. Fix the freaking audio levels of this channel, 202. Get us some good marketing things like a Super Bowl trip or billboards, whatever. I'll leave that to you. You guys supposedly are the experts. But let's go. Where is this stuff? No more speeches and cute little breakfasts in Vegas, how, blah, 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 blah. We need better communication with you guys and this and blah, 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 blah. We need this and this and that. Well, need. Well, I'm waiting for action. Where is it? We were in Vegas, 2.5, 3 weeks ago already? We had some great little sit-down meetings at breakfast, but what has happened since then? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, we missed our meeting because
just tell
of the
me.
snowstorm.
You want a mediocre show? Trust me. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm ready. I'm ready to just call it in. I don't need to lose sleep on this show anymore. Just tell me. We'll all get on the same page. Mediocre radio, no problem. I'll start tomorrow. Ant will start tomorrow. Jimmy will start tomorrow.
I've actually started in October.
Yeah.
Doing mediocre things.
I mean, it's tough enough to get this show back to where it used to be. We're still not happy where the show is, but we're moving in the right direction.
Just fix the goddamn levels, please. Please. Fix the goddamn levels.
But it shows an I don't care attitude in general. That this was something that's been going on since day one.
Right.
It's a problem.
And I told them it's some kind of processing that needs to just get all the levels in an area where no one would ever have to adjust the volume on their radios when they're listening to us.
Mm-hmm. And Ant's right. If you go to a tech guy probably go, oh yeah, this. But it's not the tech guy. It's the fact that every corporation, and it's not just except every corporation, there's 50 mid-management guys that don't know it. Well, we'll talk to. So that's the way.
So it's not getting to the tech guy.
Or if it is, it's so watered down. He has no idea what the hell he's supposed to do.
Right.
Because it's coming in one of 30 emails from 30 different people.
Right.
All mid-level management. That's every corporation in the country that
If
does
we
that.
walked up to a tech guy when we go to Washington, I want to go down in the basement, walk up to a tech guy and just say, here's the problem. Blah, 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 blah. And guaranteed they will go, oh, yeah, here's what's got to be done.
Yeah, we'll get on that. We'll do it.
And then fix it.
We've
Let's
shown-
do it ourselves when we go down there.
We've shown a lot of patience, but it's time for action, real action. This premium channel thing is for the birds, man. I mean,
Action.
you're hiding the show to begin with. I mean, let's go. Let's move forward. Enough already. God.
Fix the goddamn levels.
You know Howard's going to kick your ass. You just know it because
that's
I don't see anything happening. We have such a head start, and he's going to kick our ass.
That's the problem. You don't want to be playing catch up in a year.
I remember
when you don't
when
have to be.
I remember when Howard signed. You know, it was literally a few weeks after we started. And
2 days, Ope. It was like 2 days.
all
I
right,
think.
I don't even. I was all right. Whatever. So, I mean, you should have heard the phone calls I took. All right, here's the deal. Yeah, he signed, but he's not going on until 2006. It's our priority to make you guys as big as possible within the next year and 2 months. I remember all the rah-rah speeches. We'll put a billboard right in front of his apartment so he has to stare at your stupid faces every day. I mean, they were so motivated with all the things they were going to do. 4 months later, I'm so sick of the talk. Just do something. Show us something. Show us something.
What's going to happen is people the markets that you guys were huge in, like Philadelphia, Boston, people that still don't know you're on, certainly know where Howard's going because the company puts his face at the forefront. So what they're going to do is when they decide to buy a satellite radio, they're going to go out and get Sirius because they know where he is. And then, oh, you guys are on XM. We didn't even hear about that. I still get emails from people. When did you guys go back on?
I don't know, but they say, whatever. All right, Ben is panicking. We have to break.
What's the matter, sweetie?
Now we just spent 15 minutes, and we had the other really cool things to get to today. But there you go. That's what happens, because it's a reality show, kind of, and that's what's bothering us now today. And
Fix the levels. Fix the levels, that's all. Thank you.
And don't call me after the show. I'm not taking any phone calls from XM today. What's the problem? Well, you know what the problem is. I don't need to have another conversation that goes nowhere. Just do something and show me something, please.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. Turn my phone off. I'm not taking any calls. Just not. It's not worth it. Starting tomorrow, I'll just call it in. Mediocre Radio on the way. No problem.
Learn to play poker with the Opie and Anthony Show.
No. Oh, God. She spilled my chips.
I'm sorry, sir.
Opie.
Now clean it out! That's right. Be a poker player, just like your father.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Are you happy now, Opie? Are you happy?
XM 202. The Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. If you're still looking for a WOW sticker, go to opieandanthony.com and I don't know, if you feel like it, self-addressed stamped envelope will send you a WOW sticker. Just very disheartening.
Yeah.
All right.
We vented.
There's a bunch of things we needed to get to, but there you go. We bitched for 15 minutes.
Why?
Opie's bitching too much. Shut up.
Who said that, Opie?
Opie's bitching too much. Gren, whatever your name is. Hello?
Hey, Opie, how you doing, guys?
Good, what's up?
Listen, man, it's a pleasure to have you back on the air. Stop sweating the small stuff.
It's not small stuff, trust me. This goes a lot deeper than stupid levels on a radio
I know,
program.
But for the fans out there, it's bullshit just to raise the radio a little higher, a little lower.
Yeah, it's easy because you're driving.
We're getting a lot of the reason that we complain is because we're getting a lot of complaints from people in emails, and when they call in, it's like it's not just one guy calling. It's like you hear the same thing from people all over the country. It's like a distraction, and then people can't enjoy the show as much.
And you know what? I kind of wait to bitch until I see that there's a pattern going on. All right, and this whole thing about the levels of the show has been creeping into the instant feedback and the email ever since we started, and it's just a pattern, and then you have to explode and talk about it.
Well, it's Clear Channel you guys are working for after all, isn't it?
No.
Nah, not really.
Oh, that old rumor gag.
No.
That's not true?
Clear Channel owns 90% of XM. No.
I don't know. You know, I only know where.
You know enough that you blurted that out.
They have such a small interest in XM.
Like
no.
any shareholder.
They had a big interest, and
they had a big interest at the beginning, and it's been diluted down and sold off, and now they barely have any.
Let's go to Anthony in Jersey. Go ahead, Anthony.
Hey, guys, it's a pleasure to be on Norton and Friends this morning.
Norton and Friends.
Hey, fellas, listen, big, huge fan. I've spoken to you guys before.
Cool.
I'll tell you, I've been with you guys with day ones on XM. And, you know, not only being a huge fan of you guys, I mean, I own stock in XM, and it's deplorable on how the company markets you guys. I mean, you see all the billboards when you come in and out of the city. There's so many people that don't even know you guys are on. You see the WOW stickers on the road. They're all still from WNEW. You never see any from XM.
Yeah.
Terrible job.
They don't even have to go out and try to find new listeners for the show. If they just informed the old listeners where we were. If you know something, a lot of our old listeners have no clue where we are, that we're here on XM.
The marketing of this program gets a C- at best.
But we're going down there next week. They said that there's definitely a plan. So look, maybe the plan is going to start very soon. I say we got to give them that when we meet them because they did say there's a plan. They're going to present it with a plan. So let's see what it is.
Plan 9
might be a great one.
A plan. We haven't even talked to the marketing guy in 2.5. I don't know.
Well, he hates us, but I mean, we'll still see if there's
2
a plan.
months at least. You know, I'm willing to every weekend go somewhere else to promote this show. But there's been nothing said. I'll do it myself. I don't care. I'm more than willing.
Because I'm willing. I'll
if the plan makes sense,
I'll redo
let's
that.
say.
Right, thank you.
Okay, if it
I'm
makes
willing
sense.
to go anywhere that makes sense.
Okay,
dude, I'll go anywhere to promote this show. Do you think I care this weekend? I'm going to Albany to promote it at the Comedy Works. That's why I'm going to promote this show. My stupid 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Part of my shows.
We haven't had a marketing discussion in over 2 months. Over 2 months.
Ever.
Well, in the beginning, there were huge plans for us and stuff, but since then, nothing. And, you know, don't even say it's a budget thing and it's money. But there's so many little things you could do that has nothing to do with spending money if that's their problem. They just don't care. They don't care about us in the big plan. They just don't. We're just a tiny, tiny little piece. That's it.
Oh, well.
That's it. So, fine. We don't care. We'll just do mediocre shows for you. And everyone will be happy. Then you get a show that doesn't bitch.
People are suggesting we're already doing that.
And then the subs will slowly go down, and then all of a sudden we'll get a phone call. Guys, what happened? Huh? What happened? We don't really understand what happened. I guess it just didn't work, guys. I guess it didn't work.
What happens next?
And then we get fired.
Oh, okay.
And then we go somewhere else.
And
then
then what?
Or we retire. Whatever.
I like this story. Then what?
Well, wait a minute. I don't like this.
But that'll be the classic thing. Guys, it just didn't work. I don't know what happened, you know. It just didn't work. I'm sorry. Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Drew Boogie. Do we have time to play this thing?
I hope so.
We have another remix that Drew Boogie brought in. Drew Boogie, he makes a lot of great remixes for the Opie and Anthony program.
Takes stuff from the show, slaps it together with some cool music.
Yeah. And what's this one?
Is this a remix or a promo?
Oh, it's not a remix?
No, this might be a promo. If this is the
you do promos
the
too.
war. Oh yeah, I started doing the promos.
It's called The War of the Cumias.
Yeah, that's
nice.
a promo.
It's Drew and Martini Steve.
Yes.
Okay, so this is not a remix. It's a promo you guys put together.
Sweet-faced promo.
Yeah, Slim Martini.
Slim Martini helping you out here?
Yeah.
And it's The War of the Cumias. I guess we're talking about Ant's mom and dad fighting?
Yes.
Nice.
Which comes up from time to time on the program.
Little arguments.
From O&A Pictures comes a true story of one man's pain.
It does hurt.
And a family torn apart.
And it makes you feel really funny right after it happens.
The War of the Cumias.
I had the yelling parents too growing up until they got divorced, and it was just,
And then you'd see like the old man and take the plate full of spaghetti and throw it, and it would hit like the wall next to the phone. And you're sitting there horrified watching the spaghetti slowly go down the wall. Oh, the horrified kids.
Did Dad actually leave after the fights?
Yeah, a lot of times, sure. And then, you'd be able to go to sleep because the yelling would stop. First, Mom would have to wind down a little.
Fucking asshole.
You know, even after Dad left, she's still going.
Eat that shit like I need a fucking hole in the
I'm
head.
trying to sleep. He's gone.
Son of a bitch.
Shut up.
Come in here.
Shut up.
That way, is that...
Oh, God, he's been gone a half hour.
When would
he come back? The next day?
Yeah, like the next day. You know, they'd be sitting down watching, like, Ronan Martin's laughing. Everything was fine. You know, and then out of nowhere, you'd hear the rumbling. You'd be in bed, and you'd hear, like... and then you hear from the kids' room. Can't you two just shut the fuck up for, like, one night? And then we were pretty young, so, you know, we got, called into the room, and Mom sits down and goes, me and your father, I want you to know, and I want you to know it has nothing to do with you. We're divorced. Oh, okay. Could I go out and play now? How's this going to change my life? Does this mean I don't have to listen to... Oh, it does? Okay. So it's a good thing. Great. Well, thank you for staying together for so long and really, like, torturing us. You couldn't have pulled this one, like, 5 years ago?
That fucking asshole.
When maybe we couldn't remember as much and didn't have to listen to the yelling and screaming?
That way, is that...
Here's an idea, Pop. There you go. Right back into the Huntington boat ramp. Give that a whirl.
The War of the Cumias.
You gotta figure you're gonna just sit there disgusted having to listen to this crap.
It's great. That is unbelievable.
Wow.
Drew Boogie and Martini
Very
Steve.
nice.
Excellent. That is really good, man.
We'll be teaming up on many things.
That's a good one.
The new team of Drew Boogie and Martini Steve. That was very uncomfortable to listen to.
That was cool. Did a good job. I almost want to see the movie. That's pretty good.
I want to thank Drew Boogie for coming in with his new remixes and that promo, and he's just great. We're going to have to start giving him some kind of money, it looks like. Yeah. That sucks.
Apparently, Pat from Munaki, who is here today, told a joke in California. In Los Feliz, California. Because all I'm seeing is a big train wreck.
Pat, any final words?
Yeah, Pat, what do you got to say?
See Gene Simmons on American Idol?
Oh, yes, we did.
Didn't he look like he was trying to pick up on those broads with that creepy stare of his?
Good stare.
You ever seen the movie Wanted Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
When they put the grenade in his mouth, didn't you just want to pull that pin? Or not?
No, the dead stare worked well on radio.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I was talking to Johnny Carson Sunday morning, and I was telling him a joke, and all of a sudden I didn't hear anything anymore.
Wow.
Eric Connor Peterson, he's going to do a news show up in heaven.
Oh, what's it
he's
called?
He's going to be the anchor.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Hey kids, just in time for Christmas, it's the Jim Norton talking doll.
Die!
You know him from the Opie and Anthony show, and you've probably seen him receiving yellow discipline in cheap motels.
Shut up, stupid!
Now you can bring him home. Just squeeze his mule and let the sparks fly.
Don't try to make a poignant statement, you ass!
Made entirely of recycled rubbers and stuffed with nails and broken glass, the talking Jim Norton doll is fun for everyone in the family, even Mom.
Just keep filleting your husband until he pays the bill.
Oh, that Jim. What will he say next?
You talk like Foghorn Leghorn. Shut up.
It's an educational toy, too. Who better to learn about the birds and the bees than from Uncle Jim?
It's not rape if they blink twice for yes.
Comes complete with martini glass, shaker, and vial of urine. Some assembly required.
Shut your yap.
New from Stinko. It's the Jim Norton talking doll.
You stink.
Available where Megan's Law doesn't apply.
I was walking down the street, and some construction guy was shouting at me, "Hey, show me your cans!" So I did. And he plummeted 17 floors and was impaled on a forklift. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the O&A virus.